Houston, our instruments are showing that we have a incoming message from deep space. Repeat, Houston, we have an incoming message from deep space. Houston, we will begin playing message now. Houston, we're going to try and translate that up here. Hold for translation. Translation complete. We'll begin playing message now.
Hey, it's me, Melissa.
What do you do when the aliens invade? Take a shot of MK Ultra and watch Melissa Jade. Put on your tinfoil hat and tune right in. We got that crime spree, flat earth theories, government conspiracies, a complex Mandela effects, unidentified objects, a mind expanding, fake moon landing, what it all been understanding. It's me, Melissa. It's me, Melissa. Aliens is on the sun or in Area 51. Time travels, unravels, haunted castles, cops are baffled, potential experimental thoughts that make you transcendental. It's me, Melissa. It's me, Melissa. Crime sprees, flat earth theories, government conspiracies, complex Mandela effects, unidentified objects, a mind expanding, fake moon landing, what it all been understanding. It's me, Melissa. It's me, Melissa.
Hello, everybody. Thank you, Sparkles, for making a member for 3 months. MJ is a badass. Pass it on. Thank you, Sparkles. Your support is so greatly appreciated. And thank you, Musicity Mom, for being a member for 8 months. We're about to have a baby. Elena. Hi, Elena. Elena, can you email me? I was trying to see if you commented anywhere because I wanted you to email me. So I'm going to drop my email if you can. Hi, Truth Hurts. Hi, Michelle Lee. Carol freaking Claus. Papa Claus. Katrina. We have Sadie. Shy says, my first live, members only. Please be gentle with me, from California. We don't do gentle here, but I will do my best. When you say gentle, I go...
What the?
I don't know what gentle is, but I'm going to do my best. Thank you, Lucia, for being a member for 9 months. MJ is a badass and funny as hell. Thank you. You guys are all so kind. Hi, Riley, hippie chick, preschool granny, little red O. Tess says, trumpet request, please. MJ rules. Tess loves that damn trumpet. You guys are so funny. But thank you. I'm so excited. I love members only Monday. If you are not a member and can't afford to be a member or whatever, please make sure you are opted in. We have so many generous members here who always gift memberships, and so you're bound to get gifted one. Just make sure that you are opted in. Hi, Scara. I'm sorry. Was it me or was it the video? I'm so sorry. D Love by 2, V Oakley, yo, Adrian. We have Michelle Lee, Debbie, and Debbie Doodles. When I came in, I thought your account name said Debbie Does Dallas. And I was like, whoa, wait. And then I looked again and I was like, no, all right, it says Debbie Doodles. But my brain read it wrong. And it was really embarrassing. Even to myself, it was really embarrassing. Mrs. Bendover, member for 3 months. I will for MJ, but not for you. Thank you. Oh, and Carol Claus. See, Carol Claus just gifted 5 memberships. She just busted 5 people out. Thank you so much, Claus, and congratulations if you are one of the lucky recipients. And if you are now busted out and you can type, make sure that you thank Carol Claus for busting you out. Yay! You did nothing for Gits and Jiggles. Well, I did nothing, so you missed nothing. Hi, Claudia. Yay, Lisa! Thank you so much, Claus. You have no idea how much this means to me. Yay! I love it. And I feel bad that, like, not everybody could chat. That's why I do it open to the public so the public can at least watch, because not everybody can afford a membership and stuff, but you still have to put out stuff just for members. So I do it every Monday. But I feel bad, like, because, I feel bad excluding everyone, and I love everyone. But like I said, we have such a generous community here. So thank you all so much. Hi, Natasha. Hi, Modesto. Snatch him out of the bush. Yeah, Claus is there. What's up, Buttercups? Hi, Starlight Angel. Hi, Michelle. Okay, so we have our members only Monday, and we are in the process of doing October's calls. And Leticia's all up into that vamp series. She is just manipulating. Yay, Jelly Belly. She is just manipulating the crap out of Harley. I have to remember where we last left off. Which one did we last left off at? The one we last left off is with Aunt Katrina. And so the next one, the next one we're going to listen to is, and Aunt Katrina kind of calls her out in that last one that we listened to. Thank you, Glowbug, for being a member for 10 months. Yay, I'm 10 months old. I love it. Thank you so much for your support, Glowbug. Hey, Wolfie. Hello, my fellow Melissa. Pointer lover. I love you all so much. Okay, so we last left off with Aunt Katrina, and Aunt Katrina is kind of like calling. You could tell Aunt Katrina is not picking up what Tisha's pulling down. Hey, Amber. And she's starting to get frustrated, and she's starting to realize, oh my goodness, this woman is guilty. Sorry, I read Wolfie's comment and I giggled in my head. I won't mention anything about a timestamp, I promise. Hi, the Shiznits. And I do, before we even start, I do apologize for yesterday. I don't like discussing anything drama related. I do my God's darn best to not talk about that type of stuff. But with so many mutual subscribers, sometimes you have to address something, because if you don't, one narrative will just be out there, and that's not cool. But I do not like putting you guys in that position. And so just don't get involved in creator stuff, just go where you want, do what you want. Your subscribers, that's how it should be. So hi, Cheryl. Hey, Meat Feets. So, yeah, I'll just, leave it at that. But we last left off, and it was Aunt Katrina, and Aunt Katrina's realizing, oh my goodness. Riley, tisk. But she's like, oh my goodness, this is manipulating it. I'm seeing what she's doing here, and she's slowly realizing that she's guilty. Tramp stamp is totally fine to say, Claus. I don't know what you're referring to it with, but we could say tramp stamp. Like, Leticia's, you know what? I don't know if she probably would have a tramp stamp if she was in that right time period. Tramp stamps were the thing in that. What time period was that? Everyone had a tramp stamp. Tramp stamps were in my area. Oh, I'm sorry, Katrina. Well, and I didn't say any of that with expectations for it. Everyone could go where they want. That it kind of pissed me off the most that it was ever meant. Besides it being a lie, everything should be addressed privately. It's not fair to put mutual subscribers in the middle of anything, and I'm against that. And it's not right. When you're a subscriber, you're just there and you're watching stuff. You aren't privy to the things that happen behind the scenes. So how could you possibly make decisions or put your opinions on it? Don't do it. It's just not cool. Amber has a tramp stamp. See, I was in the era where we got the back of our necks tattooed. And yes, I have the back of my neck tattoo, but I severely regret it. Mrs. Bendover's got a tramp stamp too. Thank you, Chase. I think Leticia's probably got a hidden tribal tat somewhere, or a barbed wire around her calf. Oh no. Thanks, Meat Feeds. You do an amazing job at staying out of all the drama. I understand needing to address what you did. I know how hard you try to keep your mouth shut. She says it so nicely. I know how hard you try to keep your mouth shut. Everything. I completely support you. Thank you, Meat Feeds. She definitely has barbed wire. I got tattooed at 17, my first tattoo, and I got 2 at once. And I severely regret both of them. There's a reason you need to wait till you're 18, okay? I regret like every tattoo of mine but one. That's it. But it's at the Cooter Lover of Fox tattoo. Oh no, I know how to say that word. Never mind. Fa. Because I know how to say that word actually. Sorry. Because one time we were doing trivia and it was the two words and I pronounce it as Fox Pass. That if you know what I'm talking about, it's not Fox Pass, it's faux pas. But I read it as Fox Pass. And so I know how to pronounce that. It's faux. I think I emailed your email. Oh, let me check Alina. Okay, hold on. I got you. Thank you. Okay, I'm going to email you back after the live. It was really embarrassing. I was like, Folks Pass. And they're like, what? And I'm like, Fox Pass. And they're like, are you saying faux pas? And I'm like, probably. So yeah, I know how to say it now. So not everyone in the circle is one way or another. Yeah. Oh my gosh. It's so bad. You have a trans stamp you got fresh out of high school? Up to Nestles. I know, but I love that one. There's certain mistakes I love, though. I'll never forget when Little Red O was like, it's actually Little Red Zero. She's like, we were going through all the names I say wrong, and then she's like, well, you know what? Let me mention now, I guess, that it's not Little Red O. It's Little Red Zero. But to be fair, that one's a hard one, okay? The zero doesn't have a slash through it or anything. It just looked like a capital O. Oh my God. You have 4 Debbie Doodles? I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I have 5, but I only own 1. I love you too, Little Red. Yeah, you know what I'm telling you? Someone's got to patent the Pop-Tart straw. It would be great. Yeah, I have them too, and they never fully closed up, so you could keep putting them back in. But yeah, I got them done too when I was younger. I know, color Little Red. Oh. I've had like every piercing pretty much you could imagine. Yeah, I know, right? And it all started with you. Everyone was like, well, while you're out. They're like, well, while we're talking about it, you've been saying my name wrong for 8 months. And it's like, what? I feel betrayed. Oh my God. Do you, Glowbug? Can you have multiple times? Are they just in line, like one above the other? I imagine a tramp stamp, it can't just be a tattoo on your lower back. It has to be across your lower back. Are you really, Artemis Prime? Well, I did have them myself, though. So I'm not a professional. Every nose piercing I have, I've done myself. I've done like underneath my tongue, the web myself. I've done the Maryland myself. I've done my lip myself. I've done my eyebrow myself. I've done majority of my ear piercings myself. I've done a lot myself. Are you tricking me, Alina? Hold on. Say Edgar. Is that pronounced a different way? Are you setting me up for failure? You know what? They do. So a lot of piercings, they never like fully close back to normal. Like my tongue fully closed back up, but that's separate. That's not the same as like an ear or a nose. It will fill up, and it's the inside of the nose that actually heals. So you may have to pop it right through, but it never fully closes. Just the inside of the nose, that's like where a little bit of skin will grow over, but you could push it right through. Yeah, I remember when I did my nose ring myself, and then my mom came in my room and she ripped it out. She saw what I was in like middle school. Like she ripped it right out of my nose. And do you know how hard it was to pierce your nose with like I had like a freaking sterling silver stud earring with like a butterfly that I used for my thumb to push against, and I was like, it wasn't easy, okay? Oh, they do really amazing tattoos with scars, okay? Or that's what I always said with Meatfoot, like she needs to get like a shark taking a bite out of the scar. Like they could incorporate it really, really well. I did my belly button myself too, but I did it wrong and I forever have a scar, and then I got it professionally done. So I did it both myself and professional. Yes, pretty much, but it's so tiny that you can't really see it. Like you could see it if you're looking in a mirror, but everyday people don't really usually see it. See, I have those. Are you talking about? Yeah, I have both of those too. I have like every ear piercing pretty much. Yeah, I'm getting to it, Jan. I like talking to my subscribers for a few minutes. I don't usually do it, but I'm going to take as much time as I want. I have both of them pierced. If you're talking about right on the inner of your ear, what's supposed to help with migraine. And it doesn't help me with migraine, at least. Happy birthday, Modesto. Happy early birthday, Modesto. You should get it. Okay. I'm happy it helped you, Frigates and Jiggles. Well, I get it. I don't like when you're looking for content and it's just like a bunch of babble and you have to find the place. I do get that, but I very rarely do it. I usually jump right into things. So I don't mind once in a while stopping, and especially for our members only. Okay. But we will get into it. And I will link in the comments. If you're watching on replay, I'll link where we actually start the calls, so you don't have to listen to the chit chat if you don't want to. So let me pull this up. Okay, so where we last left off, again, it was with Anne Katrina, and the phone calls prior to that was with Harley. And this is right when Aunt Brenda took Harley's car away. And so Harley was very upset. She was crying. Then the call ended because she's using a lot of these free calls for Harley. She calls back the next day. Harley's in a much better place now emotionally, as far as but Leticia's basically preaching to her. And then she calls Aunt Katrina, and she spends majority of this call pushing that vampire narrative, that crazy narrative. And then right at the end, when it says that there's 1 minute left, she's like, oh yeah, by the way, Aunt Katrina took Harley's car. I need somebody to help out with money for Harley. And if this one person doesn't come through, you may not hear from me for a while because I'm going to need to get somebody else's help. And it's not in my best interest. Hey Shacto, she's being very manipulative with Aunt Katrina, because when she hung up with Harley, she told Harley, I'm going to ask Aunt Katrina for financial help. But when she hangs up and she actually speaks to Aunt Katrina, instead, she's doing the whole defense with the vampires and the crazy. And then she said, Oh, yeah, I really need, Harley really needs help. So I have two options. One option, you know who it is that I could ask. And the other option is not the best option. And it's not going to be in my best interest. So you may not hear from me for a while. And it's reverse psychology. It's a way to get Aunt Katrina to be like, wait. I don't want you to do anything that's going to put yourself in jeopardy. I don't want you to ask people that are dangerous. I will help. She couldn't just come out and ask Katrina if she could help. So she had to do the manipulation like Letecia always does. Hi, just me. But that's what she does, So now 3 days have passed since the call with Aunt Katrina. 3 days. And so we're going on to the next call. The next call is with Harley, and this is going to be October 30th, 2020. So we're almost at the next month's calls, guys. So let's take a listen.
Brenda took her car, shot away. Yeah, it's going to happen. Yep.
This is about to end. It's last.
Thank you for using Global Telling. Hello. Hey.
Hey.
What you doing?
Nothing. That works.
Oh, I need to get your routing number and your account number.
What for?
Huh?
You said what for?
Do you want the fucking money or not?
Whoa!
Okay.
Whoa!
What the fuck? What the fuck? What the fuck?
Sorry, it looped. I didn't realize it was on a loop. But whoa! What in the Elmer Fudd is that attitude for? Do you want the money or not? Excuse me, Miss stealing $8,000 from Al, Miss Murderer over here. I apologize if perhaps she wants to know why Letecia Stauch, the inmate in jail currently awaiting being charged for her trial, being charged with murder and awaiting her trial, that she wants to know what the hell you need her routing number for. It's not every day somebody asks for your bank and routing number. Would you like her social on top of it? My dear Lord.
What for?
Huh?
You said what for?
Do you want the fucking money or not?
Okay. I was just asking.
What the hell else would I call you for your routing number for? To give it away to people?
Well, to be fair, you are giving her phone number to all these other murdering inmates through the toilet. So, yeah, that's not so far stretched. Hi, Jennifer. Hi, Stephanie. Hi, Stars Align.
I'm under too much stress, Harley, for you to question me. Like I'm not your parent, like I don't have your best interest in mind.
Oh, snap.
I just asked a simple question.
Listen, guys, it's because she hasn't eaten in 87 days, all right? Cut her some slack.
What?
Look, I'm sorry, but I'm about to have to sell my life to the devil so I can make sure you're taken care of. So,
No. Cut that out, Tisha. Listen, Harley, I'm sorry I'm a bit cranky, but I'm literally about to have to sell my soul to the devil himself. So you better give me that routing number. Hey, MK. Dude. You're making your child believe that you have to do something really bad to get her money to survive. Meanwhile, you don't have a soul to sell or a life to sell to the devil. Your daughter never should have been in this situation to begin with. So you getting mad as if you had to jump through these obstacles to help her when she never should have been in this situation to begin with.
Harley,
What?
look, I'm sorry, but I'm about to have to sell my life to the devil so I can make sure you're taken care of. So I'm really not in a good mood, okay?
What are you even talking about?
What am I talking about? That I'm psychotic now? That I've lost my mind? That's what I'm talking about. I've lost it. Lost it completely. Gone. Done. My mind is gone.
Listen, I'm psychotic. I've lost my loving mind. I am mentally gone. Now give me your routing number. What? That is not a way to convince somebody to give you their routing number, Miss Tisha. Oh, you sound pretty intact though, because here's the thing. If you were really having a psychotic break, you wouldn't know it. That's why it's so terrifying. For you, it would feel very real, and you would not be able to distinguish reality from what you were experiencing.
It's not your fault. I'm not mad at you. I'm not listening to you. How did you get to work?
I walked.
You're probably going to be able to only spend like $15,000 in the car. You probably need to make sure that's going to be everything. I'm pretty sure you can get a nice car, and I'll tell you what to do with the rest.
So you could get a nice car, and then I'll tell you what to do with the rest. Are you going to involve Harley in some type of illegal activity like you always do? Hi, Caffeinated Slug. Hi, KD. Agreed, KD. Agreed. Claus.
Okay.
And then I'll call you back later on, because I need to get that routing number and account number for Wells Fargo so I can get the $70,000 that I'm going to be owed for something I need to put towards those new attorneys. Because for some reason, I need attorneys, and I don't even know why I need attorneys, but whatever, that's what.
Meanwhile, Aunt Katrina, you guys have been listening. How many times have Aunt Katrina asked Letecia, have you taken the calls from your legal team? Have they shown up? Have you done any visits? Aunt Katrina was trying to help you. Now, nothing has happened since that last call to this call. Except you saying, oh no, I checked my old name and my current name, Janelle. There hasn't been any requests for visitations, nothing. But we do know she was denying going to lawyer visits, like her legal visits. But now, why would you need attorneys in vampire training camp? See, she hasn't put on the full crazy with Harley yet. We're getting there, but she holds back with Harley. So she could only drop little things like this. Like, I'm losing my mind. I'm making a deal with the devil. I need attorneys, but I don't know why. See, if she was on the phone with Aunt Katrina, she would full on just have the vampire scheme going.
letter yesterday that said legal mail. So stupid. So I have to sign over all that money for them, and I don't even know where I got that money from, and I don't even know how I even got it. So I'm not even asking questions because nothing makes sense to me. Just imagine wasting your mind and nothing makes sense. You have no idea what the heck none of this is. Stupid money, this, that. I don't even know. None of it makes sense, and I'm losing the money. I just go crazy, and then there's vampires.
We're about to see a vampire. Okay, so let me tell you something. She's saying when you're going out of your mind, you don't know what anything is. You don't know what money is. You don't know what this is. Except I specifically remember 2 episodes ago when you directed Harley on how to make the best deal by not ordering books through Amazon, and you directed her to go to the Barnes and Noble's website, and Harley said, no, the book costs more. I do that. And you explained no, because if you bought 5 books and exceed that price, you're going to get free shipping. So in the long run, it makes sense. If you guys remember, I specifically pointed that out. And I said, the fact that you can make these decisions, the fact that you have that logical process in your mind to be able to see, hey, there's a better deal if you go about it this way. You're thinking long term, you're making transactions, you're very aware of what's going on. Yet now, when it comes to anything surrounding the crime itself, legal bills, her accounts, anything, I have no idea what's going on. Except you're making exchanges for chocolate chip cookies and shebangs and making sure they credit you back exactly how much money you're owed. You're able, when it's the books you want, direct Harley how to make the best decision. You're even talking to Harley about her taxes. Yet when it comes to the legal team regarding the crime, the horrific crime you committed, you have no idea what she's talking about. Everything is confusing. I am mentally breaking. I'm experiencing psychosis, and I don't know what's happening. Pretty convenient.
Imagine wasting your mind and nothing makes sense. You have no idea what the heck none of this is. Stupid money, this, that. I don't even know. None of it makes sense, and I'm losing the money. I just go crazy, and then there's vampires, and there's like all this crazy stuff. There's people at my head, and there's people in my room, and I don't even know if they're in my room because people tell me I'm crazy because they're not in my room. Do I sound like I'm losing it?
Do I sound like I'm losing it? Harley, say yes. This is a recorded line, and this could help your mother get off the hook for murder. Does it sound like I'm losing it? Somebody who is losing it would not say that. I'll tell you that right now. If you were losing your mind and cracking, you wouldn't be aware you were losing your mind and cracking. If everybody who lost their mind was aware they were losing their mind, a lot of issues would be prevented, don't you think? Yet here's Letecia. I'm losing my mind. Does it sound like I'm losing my mind? Say yes. Say yes. Harley says, I don't know.
Do I sound like I'm losing it? Huh?
But I don't know.
Oh. Just don't understand. Then I didn't get a call out of these places here yesterday because they hold you in a concentration camp.
Are you ready for me to give it to you?
Yes.
The account number is...
Okay, what bank is this?
USA.
Alright, hold on, let me call it back. Oh my god, I can't even write. I can't even write. I can't do nothing. I don't know how to spell. I can't remember. Alright, routing numbers.
Yeah.
Alright, so I don't know how long it's gonna take. Or whatever, because remember I told you that. I told you I had to work on it. That's what I've been doing, alright? So sorry if I sound stressed out. I didn't mean to say a bad word to you. This is the first bad word I've said in like forever. But like, this is a lot, okay? It's not your fault. I just can't believe she's being so ignorant, put situation like this, but it's fine. It's not her responsibility anyway.
I can't believe Aunt Brenda would be so ignorant to put me in a situation like this. The lack of self-awareness is astounding. What kind of situation did you put Harley in? First of all, it ain't, you could be annoyed with Aunt Brenda, but it ain't her responsibility to financially take care of you or your child. Sorry, that's the truth. You murdered a child. At this point, you are awaiting trial. You have been charged with that crime. What kind of situation have you put everybody else in? But Leticia's mad because how dare you take away the car you bought for my child and put me in the situation where I have to step up and be a parent. It's disgusting.
You haven't talked to her, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So what I'm trying to do is trying to get somebody to take out of that other thing and let me sign the retirement over to them, because the retirement won't come for it could be up to 90 days. But if I can get them to let me sign the retirement over to them, like the check to, you know, that lady you had the message yesterday.
Mm-hmm.
If she
Amy Lang, and if you were just over on Allie's and listening, she had played a really interesting call with Amy Lang, but she's referring to Amy Lang. You know, somebody who I met on Facebook. Very reliable.
she can get the funds, and then she could have my retirement check. You see what I'm saying? Well, that way we can do it sooner than having to wait. Because they're going to take taxes out of it. So I'm not exactly sure. I know it'd probably be like at least $15,000 to get a car, and then it should be enough to pay up your rent and stuff.
Whoa. Wait. It's at least $15,000 to get a car? What kind of car are you getting? You don't have to have the best of the best. What? You don't need to drop 15 grand on a car for a child. One of the child's first cars. You get a car that they could bang up, because trust me, they will.
Should be enough to pay up your rent and stuff for at least a while. So did that lady write you back?
Yeah, hold on.
I've been looking for you.
She said, I can't get into her email. None of the passwords she gave me works. I tried to change the password, but didn't know enough background information to do so. I was charging my phone. That's why she couldn't get a hold of me.
Okay.
So there we go. She's having Harley talk to Amy Lang, and Leticia's giving Amy Lang access to her emails. If you don't remember, we've been through those emails. Those emails had disturbing correspondences between Letecia and Al leading up to Ganon's murder. Well, Scara, see, I don't know specifically. See, and this is what pisses me off. Leticia's over here thinking she's getting 15 grand from a car and more. And it was $2,400. But I don't trust or rely Amy Lang either and what she says. So I don't know what really happened.
Okay, so this lady here, keep her number, because she is going to try to get, she knows about the system, and she's going to get my people still sent to me. And there's something on the site that she's trying to send to this girl's email that says that you can like get it expedited. That's what we're trying to do with it. You see what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So that's the expedited for you to get it faster. Tiff, Tiffany, they can't get into your email and your password does not work, and they don't know the background information to get out.
Wait.
Your password, Tiffany, they can't get into your email and your password does not work, and they don't know the background information.
Whoa. Who dat? Chad? Tiffany? Who's Tiffany? And why are you trying to have Amy Lang get into Tiffany's email? What the Elmer Fudd's going on here? What's going on here?
They can't get in with the password.
Is she doing favors? I could show you, Harlot, if you'd like to, if you weren't there for them.
So what else was I going to say? Is everything okay at work?
Mm-hmm.
All right, what have you been doing about food? You got food?
Yeah.
Well, baby, please tell me the truth. I'm sorry about saying something, but this is stressing me out here because I shouldn't be at this stupidest place. I should be able to take care of you, and it's driving me crazy. So what,
Okay.
you sure you got food?
Yeah.
Harley, promise.
Yes.
All right, and then you got, what are you going to do about getting around the church? Is somebody able to help you?
I'm sure I can use someone's call.
All right, and then just give me time. We're working on that. And this girl is helping me work on it too, because I got to have somebody out there who can get the paperwork and do all this stuff, and I just don't have anybody. Unfortunately, I don't have a mother that's worth a crap.
Oh, you. Ugh. No, she didn't. Did you hear what she said? Unfortunately, I don't have a mother who gives a crap. Suggesting, Harley, you are lucky because not everybody has what you have, Harley. Not everybody has a mom who gives a crap the way I give a crap about you. I don't have a mom who's willing to help me. Seriously. You're not a mom. You birthed a child, but you're not a mother. You're sitting in jail charged with murder of your stepchild. Okay, simply complex. But Aunt Katrina kind of is like a motherly figure, and she's been trying to help you. I'm sure if you even dared to ask, hey, can you get me this paperwork? She would have. But then you'd have to acknowledge that you're getting money, and you can't get that money from her. Oh, Harlot, the emails, and I could pull them up if you guys want to see them, but the emails that were revealed between Letecia and Al days leading up to Ganon's murder were disturbing because it was Al and Letecia arguing. And Letecia, I'll never forget how the last email ended, but it was something along the lines of like, just wait and see. Like something, it wasn't those exact words, but it was something along the lines of that. Letecia was mad that Al wasn't around, that, you know, their marriage wasn't, you know, like the communication. And it was disturbing. And I could pull them back up and go over them. But Amy Lang revealed all of them on a Critical K Patreon.
If I did, she'd be trying to help me figure this out where I didn't have to stress myself out about it just to go get the money. I've been asking people for help to get the money for how long, and nobody can help me. If I had a mom and dad, it was worth crap. They would have been got the paperwork, and I could have easily had it filled out.
Oh, okay. See, if I had a mom and dad who was worth a crap, I would have already had the paperwork. Poor Letecia. Poor Letecia. That's disgusting. That is disgusting.
So, sorry about being stressed about it over you. This is the only out there that the whole mother can even attempt to do one thing for me. Pretty shitty. Alright, so just give me time to work on this, okay? And I'll call you back, or she might call you back to give you updates, okay?
Okay.
Because she called you free yesterday, right? With her money, right?
Yeah.
Okay, but I meant to do that today. I'm sorry. I was so stressed out about it. I didn't hit the right word, so I'm sorry.
That's okay.
You forgive me?
Yeah.
You know you're the only person in the world I don't want to ever get mad at me. So I didn't mean to say bad to you, but I'm losing it. Like I really have no idea what's going on.
It wasn't the F-bomb that you dropped that is so upsetting our Letecia. Maybe it's you sitting in jail for murdering her child and making her complicit in it, and her whole life is upside down. How about that? And I could read the emails, you guys, right after this call ends, if you guys want.
Going on. I don't know what there's like wicked things going on. I don't know why I'm crazy. I don't know why I have all these problems right now when I simply wouldn't have them going on. People just listen to me. So I'm supposed to be betraying me, but I'm not. It's crazy. None of it makes sense. And I know you probably don't think I don't know what I'm talking about. I'm manic right now, and I'm sorry. I'm worried about you, and I don't like it. And I'm not there to make sure you're okay. It freaks me out more than anything. But I know it's going to be okay. How are the dogs? I got it figured out where it's a certain amount that you need every month, plus the dog fees and all that, and plus to put $50 on your account, and yada, yada, yada. So,
Yada, yada,
I
yada.
don't have much left on my account because Aunt Brenda was going to put it on there. So I don't have much left on here. So I'm trying to get expedited anyway. Okay?
Okay.
I love you, sweetie. I'm so sorry for being upset. We're going to get this out, okay?
Okay, well, thank you.
Hey, listen, I'm going to have to tell you how you're going to do about your insurance. If I can get it sooner, the plan might work out for it to be sooner. So if it does, don't get your hopes up. It's like 50-50. If it works out for it to be sooner, then I can do it expedited and pay her that fee to do it expedited. Then it would be within 30 days. But just keep prayers that it happens, okay? Sooner than it'll happen. It's just not. I just can't guarantee it's expedited unless because I don't have a lot of resources right now to get some objects. No, I have to wait for 30 days. But we're going to pray that it's going to be done in 30, okay?
Okay.
Alright. I love you, and I'll probably call you back. I'll have her call you back later to give you an update if we find out from her that we can get this go, okay?
Okay.
Alright, I love you so much, baby, okay? Stay strong.
Okay.
Jesus has got this, okay?
Okay.
Alright, bye.
Okay. So I'm going to pause there because you guys have not seen, maybe not everyone has seen the emails between Letecia and Al the days leading up to Ganon's murder. Now, these were released okay. These were released on a Critical K Patreon with Amy Lang. Amy Lang was Leticia's power of attorney, and she had access to Letecia and Al's emails. These are typed out to what Amy verbally relayed as she read the email out. So there's a couple of things in it where it's like, that's probably not what she said. Like there's a couple of words missing, but you will understand the point. The last email that we're about to read between back and forth is January 25th 3 days prior to Ganon's murder. So it's correspondence back and forth between Letecia and Al. The first one is Letecia to Al. So Tisha to Al. And it says, as always, I will quit doing something I like for benefits. I have to work this weekend and next. Harley has a drill. I left flight attendant school because Harley was by herself while you worked the night shift and no one helped me find someone. No one. So I did what parents do and handled it. Couldn't go back to the next one because why? You had to be somewhere. I have found every person that has ever helped and don't blame someone because people come from verified sites and not social media. It will be a never-ending thing with you if I work weekends because it doesn't fit your agenda. Hanging up on me is not acceptable. I'm sick of being made out to be someone who don't do something when I am the reason you get to work the job you do and have your kids in your home. So I should be respected and treated like I am important. You knew last night was your last night in a while, and not once did you offer to spend quality time with your wife. But you expected me to just handle everything and you play Star Wars? And don't blame me saying that I knew about this for months. Who cares? You've been going on trainings, working your days off, working crazy shifts, and I've done the majority of it all. I deserve attention and love, not just be put last. I hate that it's an act of Congress to even ask you to sit the dog out in the grass. You just assume you can pack your bag and leave for a day because you're flight and I have to handle it because it's my responsibility, right? No, it's not just mine because I am married to you. If that's the case, what's your excuse for your part in this marriage? Because those are your responsibilities. So get over treating me like crap and stop pretending that someone is fussing at you. It's facts. Give more to your marriage and family and less to your work. Less to Star Wars, etc. It's old you telling people that you have did it all and their mama hasn't. Wrong. Get the facts straight because you are blind. Without me helping, you would have had to quit your career or had to pay out the ass because in reality, I do way more than you give me credit for and lie to people claiming that you do it all. This will be the last time I give up something to cover you. I'm not obligated to if you are not obligated to pull your part equally. So that's the first email. At least that was read out. And it is clear that Letecia wanted to do something, but Al, it was planned for months that Al was going to be away. And Leticia's like, I have to always give up anything I want to do to watch your kids. Which, listen, I've said this when I covered these emails before. If this is really how Letecia felt, there was nothing wrong. Like, I don't have to agree with it, but there was nothing wrong if these were her feelings. If she felt used, if she felt the marriage was non-existent and she was ultimately a babysitter, you know, you're a military wife, you knew what was up. But if that's how she felt, okay. But where you went wrong is instead of packing your bags and leaving, you took it out on those children. You stayed and you murdered that baby. You murdered him. As I'm sure you abused and tortured them leading up to it. But this is what I always try to say. Al has become desensitized to it. Because when we look hindsight, when we look now, knowing what happened, and look back, as we go through these emails, you guys are going to be like, holy crap. Why didn't Al see this? How didn't Al know something terrible was going to happen? He became desensitized. This is why I'm always adamant, because I see a lot of characteristics in Letecia that I do, other women. And I say, do you think Al thought something was going to go terribly wrong at this point? Probably not. He probably got desensitized to it. The same way, and I've used the example before, and, you know, not try to be insensitive, but if you've ever had someone who used self-harm to manipulate you, the first time they said it, it would have been terrifying, and you would have gone for help and this and that. Then the second time they throw it back in your face, I'm going to self-harm when you get into a fight. Then the third time, then the fourth time. You should always call for help no matter what, but you become desensitized to it. I think Al became severely desensitized to Letecia because she was doing it all the time. Al responds to Letecia. Honestly, I thank you for being open and honest with your opinions, but the truth is we just do not view family and our family structure in the same way. I think Al had more of the old school mentality that he goes out to work, Letecia takes care of the home and the kids. I will not demean you for your opinions or your viewpoints. And then there's a missing sentence, but it says something about you're overlooking a specific situation. Like I said already, I am not going to argue with you about this or any other differences in opinion. But the most important factor here is that the children are absolutely taken care of. The only thing I will say in direct contradiction is that I do not treat you like crap. We do not see eye to eye on a lot of things. One being how you view your prioritization as it relates to everyone and everything else. We have discussed this before, and I'm sure we will again. Not over email, though. I'm sorry you have to work tonight and choose to go into the room last night instead of spending time together. Everyone making me choose once again between you or the family. Hopefully we can resolve these differences. Letecia responds, and let this sink in. This is 3 days before Ganon's murder. 3 days before she murdered Ganon. So this is leading right into the candle incident and the hike. Letecia responds, before my husband loathes me. I'm sorry. Let me pull it up from my phone. Hold on. Because it's a bit blurry. All right. So she says, before my husband leaves, if it's not spending time with everyone, that's not how the world visits it. I think it meant views it. You view it that way. Prior to our relationship, I was involved in so many activities to including softball, happy hour, the beach, the pool. Now I'm attending soccer games, buying groceries, and helping the kids whom their mother and father should send me a Mother's Day gift because I raised their kids. So there we have it, the infamous line. Okay? Now I'm attending soccer games and buying groceries and helping the kids whom their mother and father should send me a Mother's Day gift because I raised their kids. I willingly chose this life and I don't want you to feel guilty, but I'm asking that you be aware of what I have given up and been supportive of those times I've chose to pursue my passion. And don't say you have, because you just talked about how our views are different. My view is for you to help around the house, and you don't. My view is for you to put me on a pedestal like I deserve to be. But you don't take the time for us, especially when you leave. It's called work. You don't appreciate that Harley and I have done more and more than any member of you or her family have shown appreciation for. I don't see a member of either of your family coming to ever help when you are away, or even when I did it by myself. Not one person called to see if I needed anything or shown any form of appreciation, not even you. You say you do, but it's fake. It's a lie. Your idea of taking care of the family shouldn't be playing on the iPad. You ride your bike, you go to soccer on base, always get trips away with no responsibilities, and you leave me and you talk crap about how you are there being dad by yourself, and you treat me horrible. That's the fact. It's happened so many times. So our ideas are different. A husband is supposed to do it differently because, and then you can't really hear it again. So there's a sentence that's missing. Your side should be our first. And when you show love down the ladder, watching Gold Rush on the couch is not spending time with us. That's a good movie. That's Matthew McConaughey. It's a good movie. Not even an hour of your time, but you want me to give you 2 weeks of mine? You have it backwards. And no, I can't go to work because it's not Harley's job. She stayed here while we were gone and had drill that weekend before. So no, it's not her responsibility, a 17-year-old, to have another weekend of responsibilities. So as always, I have to stop something that I like. You may not see it, but there's a double standard put on stepmoms. We are held to an extremely high standard. And the second we screw up, someone's in our cases. The world looks for flaws in us more than they do the biological parents. There are many things I do around the house to keep our home running smoothly. And honestly, you probably don't even notice half of them. Understand, I may make it look easy, but I could always use your help. We both work really hard, and I understand when you're home you want to relax, but I enjoy relaxation too. But if I could be in the same place as a husband that understands my perspective on the matter, my quality of life and peace of mind would be exponentially better. Now, if you guys don't remember when we did the case files, this part of the email is logged in the case file, so it is legitimate. Al responds to Tisha, honestly, I thank you for being open and honest about your opinions, but the truth is we just do not view family the same way and our family structure as the same. I will not demean you for your opinions or viewpoints, but there are some elements of truth of this specific situation that you are overlooking. Like I said already, I'm not going to argue with you about this or any other difference of opinion, but the most important factor here is the children absolutely must be taken care of. Letecia responds, this is January 25th. Please explain to me how you prioritize everyone else. Please do. You come in, you grab your iPad, you leave clothes on the floor, you wash only your clothes, you leave dirty clothes on the floor, you clean nothing. You never once make a bed or plan anything of my needs first. Never do you plan a date with me, plan any events, go get groceries, surprise me with anything, show appreciation. Bring up the kids' clothes, make sure that the lunch boxes are ready, Christmas presents under the tree, and you're never consistent with any schedule. So where are your priorities again? You procrastinate your schoolwork and then you do it when your kids are awake and then fall asleep. Then you work nights a lot. So your priorities are jacked up for the family, not mine. That's all I'm going to say. I can't even with your responses. You need to evaluate your responsibilities and not use it as a view family different, because family just isn't taking care of children. It's also taking care of each other and helping out with house duties and doing kind things for each other. Think about what you contribute to this family and marriage other than working, which I wrote to you. My list is over 100 and ignored and discarded. Then there's one more. Letecia to Al. January 25th. Ready? Vowed to your spouse to leave your parents and become one. So it wasn't me making you choose. You already made that choice. So maybe you might think you have family down, but you clearly skipped the idea of marriage. But okay, I'm done with saying anything else further to you. The day will come soon when you will realize it. 3 days later, she murdered Ganon. Oh, I'm sorry, 2 days later. Not even 3 days later. 2 days later. Two days later. Not 3 days. 2 days later. Do you remember he left a little bit earlier for the airport? This is when they were raging. They were emailing one another. Not 3 days. 2 days later, she murdered Ganon. It was the 27th. So I told you the way it ended was the day will come soon when you realize it. The 26th was the candle incident. The 26th was the candle incident. The 27th was the murder. Does that change anybody's thoughts regarding anything? Now, when I had first gone over this, I was angry because I'm like, how did you ever trust her with your children? But again, that's why I think it's very important to focus on desensitization. I don't think Al genuinely believed his child was in danger like that, even though it's very apparent that he was. But I think he got desensitized to it. The girl read it out loud, Harlot, on the Critical K Patreon. So this was typed out from what she was like. She pulled the emails up and she started reading them. And so I don't remember who transcribed them, but that's what I'm saying. Hold on. I could pull up the case files, and in the case file, it even has an excerpt of this email, not this one. This one. This part right here is transcribed and it's in the literal case files. So it's legitimate. I could probably pull it up. Hold on. And show you guys. I know I have the screenshot. Hold on. I know I have it. I remember there were the boxes. Hold on, let me go into my drive. Okay, let me search. So it'll be like relaxation. No. Oh, okay, here. Where is it? I'm right in the area, but I can show you guys right in the case files where it is. These are her searches. Hold on. It's in the extraction report. Here it is. Okay. Okay, it's in the extraction report. And as you can see, prior to our relationship, I was involved in so many activities for me. I was able to go to the gym every day, dance classes, vacations, etc. Now I'm attending softball practice, preparing dinner, and helping with homework. I willingly chose this life. And prior to our relationship, I was involved in so many activities. I was able to go to the gym every day, dance classes, vacations. Oop, it kind of repeated. Now I'm attending softball practice, preparing dinner, and helping with homework. I willingly chose this life. And I don't want you to feel guilty. But I am asking that you be aware of what I have given up and supportive of those times when I choose to pursue my passions. You may not see it, but there's a double standard put on stepmoms. We are held to an extremely high standard, and the second we screw up, someone is on our cases. The world looks for flaws in us more than they do biological parents. But if I could be in the same place with a husband that understands my perspective a little bit better, my quality of life and peace of mind would be exponentially better. There are many things I do around the house to keep our home running smoothly, and honestly, you probably don't even notice half of them. Understand that I may make it look easy, but I always could use your help. We both work really hard, and I understand when you're home, you want to relax. But I enjoy relaxation too. And then it cuts off. So yeah, these were in the email. Well, you know what? And don't forget, like we did the 2 rewind episodes, but these are very telling if you guys are interested, because I went through all of this, but it's interesting to even look at them again, because if you rewind to what Letecia was doing and posting back then, this is the type of stuff it was. So Letecia was very, very active on social media. I'm telling you, this is a killer in today's society, what we're experiencing today. This is what we're going to see more of. So Tisha opted to go to Facebook groups and social media to help her case. She ultimately dug her own grave with it. She incriminated herself. So she would respond back to a bunch of people who were like, Tisha did something to that boy. And Tisha's like, you are an idiot. They have footage of the other side of the vehicle. Believe what you want because of a neighbor who was paid to release one half. And so that's on a Fox 21 News post, okay? Fox 21 News spoke up and said, we did not pay for any footage. But that's how cocky she was, okay? Here's Tisha. Kids accidentally leave, you dumbass. They make bad choices. Get the fuck out of here. Give me a break. You guys are fooled. This girl cared nothing about Ganon, and all the reason Albert is supporting her until the truth comes out. This is about Landon. This girl would go days without calling her kids, gave them up for a man, was involved in criminal activity, got on drugs, and posted nude. I really don't care what any of you say, because she is a piece of shit getting money off her child when she don't have shit and ain't never been shit. Her fake cries are to sucker y'all in, just like she did for years with Albert. Finally, he realized, and the kids came home. This was an accident, not some tragedy, and Ganon is alive. You are some kind of wannabe reporters behind a keyboard. I was there. I have had contact with Albert. He knows the truth. Ganon didn't want to be there because they pawned his items and had abuse around him. He wasn't running to her. If you cared about Ganon, you would get the facts straight and know that this is her front that she did for years. Welcome, Pessa. Thank you so much for becoming a member. We're so happy to have you part of the channel and joined in for Members Only Monday. How horrible is this? You're a dumb keyboard warrior. Help out instead of type. You are a piece of crap too. Letecia says, Ganon was worried because his Switch was getting sold. So who cares what method? You don't understand that education has nothing to do with something when someone is scared. And heck yes, if you do something, then you have to help fix it. Child or no child. I could have sold the Switch, but I said something valuable to me, showing how much I wasn't going to tell on him. This was about the candle incident. This was about the candle incident. And people were like, why did you tell Ganon you guys were going to sell the couch and this and that to fix the carpet? And Leticia's like, I don't care. If you break it, you have to fix it, child or no child. Thank you, Elena. Elena just busted 5 people out and gifted 5 memberships. Thank you so much. And if you were just busted out from Elena and are able to chat with us, please make sure you thank her. That is so incredibly generous. You guys are far too kind. Thank you. Oh, I know, Harlot. You know, it would be lovely to have the dates and time stamps. Some of them do have them, and I'll try to keep my eye out so when I read it, I can give you context. So this is text messages with Letecia and someone, and Letecia said, Ganon did bleed. I never hid that. That's where the blood came from. Once again, another fact I told police. Because this person was asking at the end of that video she released, it sounded like Ganon said, I'm bleeding. And Leticia's like, yeah, he was bleeding. He did bleed. I never hid that. That's where the blood came from. Once again, I told this to police. And so the person asked, well, what was bleeding in that video? Because I know it was mentioned how his foot got wrapped in the garage because he stepped on something, but I never understood the I'm bleeding part. So this person posted, Letecia was texting with a friend, exact date unknown, approximately mid-February 2020. And the friend asked Tisha why she didn't face the camera in that interview, that infamous interview where Leticia's like, I can't wait for Ganon to get home and apologize to me. Well, Letecia said that she couldn't show her face because her face was bruised due to details that haven't been released yet. She also said that Baez law firm were handling the case. And she also told the girl she was 9 weeks pregnant, which was all That's exactly what she said. We now confirm that that's what she said back then. So the person asked, well, what was he bleeding from in that video? And Letecia said, he set a fire on accident. What do you mean? The candle broke from the heat. I jumped on the fire. The candle was not broken. The candle was still in perfect condition. But Letecia gets defensive even when this person asks, well, why was he bleeding? You're saying, oh, I never denied he was bleeding. Well, why? And Leticia's like, what do you mean? The candle broke from the heat and the glass busted and cut him. Tisha logic. It's Tisha logic. Then Letecia said, he stepped back on his foot from before. So yes, we couldn't see to get out of downstairs. It was too smoky and the alarm was saying fire, fire, fire. We ran out as fast as we could barefooted. So now she's saying the candle broke. Ganon ran out. When he ran out, he stepped on the glass and he bled. But keep it in mind, guys, it was the day before that Letecia was sending those emails to Al. Okay? Hey, everyone is passing around your messages about taking a polygraph test. Letecia says, I know, it's funny. Eliminating and potential jury members, if something happens, they are idiots. No, you're an idiot. You're saying eliminating potential jury members, but you haven't been charged. So what? Why are you thinking ahead before you're arrested about trial? Do you have a guilty conscience? So then the person said, I'm guessing that means you've never done the polygraph test and that it was just to get them to be quiet? Letecia says, no, I did the test. And the person says, oh, okay. Well, what does the other thing mean then? Letecia says, like if something was to go to trial, if people are summoned and have involved in public opinion, they are disqualified. Why would you be thinking about trial if Ganon was alive and you were innocent, you had nothing to worry about? And let me know, you guys, if you want me to keep going through these posts or if you want me to jump back to a call, let me know. It's members only, so you guys tell me what you'd prefer. I could keep going through all these posts because there's a shit ton. Or I could jump back and we could go and continue with the next call. You let me know what you prefer. Elena's gifted another 5 memberships. Thank you so much, Elena. Congratulations to our next 5 members. Elena, you're really, really generous and kind. Thank you so much. It's very much appreciated. Everyone's like, these posts, keep on, keep on, keep on, keep going. Okay. You guys decide. You're the members. I like the post too. Assuming you passed the polygraph test, Letecia says, yes, for sure. Yes, I did. Now do not forget. We heard how that polygraph call went. So not only did she call for a fake polygraphtest.com, the guy was like, oh no, Jim John Doe, no. We can't give you these questions because we can't provide a fake polygraph for anything that's illegal, okay? And Tisha's like, what? I never asked, did I kill my stepson? I submitted questions asking, are my eyes blue? And did I kiss another man while we were on vacation? And the guy's like, No. Those aren't the questions we got. And Tisha's like, no.
No.
Yes.
No, sir. I mean, John, no.
So Tisha, that is, I'm telling you, it's so fascinating. Yeah, she has, so do you just keep my money? Yeah, we're going to keep your money. It's in the small print. But this is the disconnect Tisha has, okay? We heard that recorded call. We know how it went. Yet Tisha's over here. Yup, sure did. I passed with flying colors. Oh my God. So here are the messages about marks being on her face with that Spencer Wilson interview with Tisha in front of the house with the moving truck. And she's like, they're like, if you could have one thing to say to Ganon, what would it be? And she's like, I can't wait for him to get home and apologize and prove everyone wrong. This is the interview they're referring to. So the person says, I think that's why people are accusing you, because of your location on his disappearance. Which, I mean, it's hard on knowing what to believe. And people are going to blame you and point fingers at the person last seen with someone who disappeared. And knowing it's a child and you're a step parent and the way the world is crazy these days with step parents, it puts your innocent in a tough spot, you know? I like to keep an open mind, though, as best as I can. Letecia says, I didn't want people to see the marks on my face. It will all come out. Oh my goodness, what marks did you have? Was it from the candle thing? Yeah, it was from the candle thing. Thank you, chicken shit, for of 10 assholes, for reminding me every day that life could be worse. Thank you so much, chicken shit. Oh, you're so sweet. So there are the messages that literally just said what that other person posted. Elena just busted another 5 people out. Thank you, Elena. Congratulations to all of our members. You're so sweet. It's raining green. Please, if you got busted out, make sure you thank Elena in the chat. That is so sweet. Thank you so much. Yay. You guys are amazing. Thank you. Crime. Newbies. But she thinks, KPM, she genuinely believes she's smart. She's outsmarting the FBI. She's outsmarting the public. She's outsmarting everyone. Thank you, Elena. Mwah. I know, she is. She is. Walk away, Renee. Oh my goodness, what marks did you have? Was it from the candle thing? Why did you face away in that interview? You wouldn't allow your face to be recorded. Letecia responds, let's just say I did my best to protect Ganon. A person from a lawyer is about to post stuff soon. I got the Baez law firm. That's why I have been vague. We haven't released that yet. He is flying to meet with them today. Spoiler alert, it didn't happen. That was a lie. Jose Baez had to speak out himself and be like, yo, I ain't representing anybody in that case. You're good. I understand you're not allowed to say much due to it being an ongoing investigation. And no matter what I say or how I say it, I don't expect you to believe me 100% because I'm a stranger and you're just meeting me. And I wanted to read that because this is what Letecia was talking to anybody who would listen. That's how smart Tisha is, okay? Tisha's like, yeah, I know that I am the main suspect in my stepson's murder right now, but please talk to me. And we went through all of this in the case files where it showed she was having calls with Facebook group admins, everything. Like, she didn't know these people. Yup, Caffeinated Slug. She did her best to protect Ganon, implying that there's bruises all over her face and she couldn't have it be recorded. Just have to keep praying every day. Hey, someone said you're pregnant. Are you? How far along are you? How is your day today? 8 weeks today. You liar. you liar. Notice that too, Katrina, right? She doesn't say Ganon. She says G, distancing herself from him. 8 weeks today. No, you did not. Oh, congrats. When did you find out? I knew for a few weeks. Aw, what did Al say about it? Not sure. Yeah. You sure do know what he said about it. You sneaky little devil. Oh my goodness. But this is what I mean by, I've seen so many girls lie about being pregnant when they're getting broken up with or something. They'll use it as manipulation tactic. How do you determine, all right, yeah, they'd lie about something like that, but they'd never commit a murder. I'm sure Al didn't think Letecia would commit a murder either before she did it. That's why it's very important to be aware of the red flags. Good night, MK. It was lovely seeing you. It's disturbing. So she's like, not sure. Person says, you haven't told him? So here's Tisha. I don't want people to see the marks on my face. It will come out. At Baez Law Firm, rumor has it that T. Stauch is claiming you are representing her. Hashtag find Ganon. And by rumor, I mean there is a screenshot of her stating that at Baez Law Firm. Jose Baez replying, this is not true. Oh, burn. Shit, man. Imagine having Jose Baez. Did you think that was going to work, Tisha? Come on. That's a very high up lawyer. Did you think he was just going to allow you to tell people he was representing you when it and she told Al Jose was representing her and Nancy Grace was covering her story. Did you think that they were just going to let you do that? Harlot, here's a date. February 24th, 2020 on this one. So it gives a little bit of an idea. Everything, and sorry, I totally just ate a Cheez-It, sorry. But everything before was before February 24th, 2020, but it gives you an idea of around the time this was happening. Jose Baez, I have to again, go on the record and say that my firm is not involved in the Ganon Stauch case in any way, shape, or form. Please do not contact my firm with further inquiries, as I do not comment on pending cases of this nature. Hashtag Ganon Stauch. Right? I hired Jose Baez. Tell me you're a child killer without telling me you're a child killer. Now, when I went through these, I explained to you guys, Letecia was actively posting from Harley's account. Okay? So this says Harley, but do not be mistaken. The same way we found out in trial that Letecia was texting with Harley's phone to Al and destroyed any potential relationship they could have had. Letecia was posting from Harley's Facebook account too. So this person screenshotted it and said, Letecia is up early on Harley's account. Everyone keep your eyes peeping for new internet fuckery. Sexy claws, that is right. Oh, in the back of a truck, obviously. So Harley Hunt, but it's Letecia, posted Albert and Tisha, because she wouldn't call her mom, Albert and Tisha have been together 6 years and married 5. Tisha helped cover for Landon all the time to get to see her kids when she lost everything. Even letting her stay at our house, picking her up, letting her borrow money, etc. Albert eventually told Tisha to not enable her and to not talk to her unless it involves exchanging the kids at breaks. Why, if that was Harley, why would you refer to your mom as Tisha? Have we ever heard Harley refer to her mom as Tisha? No. Number 2, this is when Letecia started pushing that narrative that we heard her say to the cops that I've actually been helping Landon and trying to get the kids back to her. So apparently Tisha is giving Landon money, letting Landon stay at the house, and it was Al who said no. Yet the text messages between Letecia and Al shows Letecia flipping the fudge out at Al because how dare you let Landon stay at the house when her son is missing. This is what I'm saying. So while we're listening to the calls, I guess it's good to go through these posts because what she did to Harley was horrible. Everybody thought, because you have to realize we didn't have all the information back then. So back then, yes, some people knew it was Letecia. Others believed it was Harley. She put Harley in a horrible situation and made the world side-eye her. Yay, Amanda, welcome. Yes, and thank you, Elena. We're so happy to have you part of the channel. This is Leticia's mom. And she did a Q&A in a public group a few days ago. And this was February 4th, 2020. This is when the video showed Letecia and Ganon get into the red pickup truck at 10:15 and then return 4 hours later. And Ganon could not be seen getting out. Someone tagged Leticia's mom, Deborah Sue Locklear. All right, I believe you, Deborah. Now answer me this. Who all saw Ganon on Monday between 11 and 4? Deborah responds, see, if someone picked them up leaving out around 10:30 and coming back around 2:30, I don't know how to do that. This is Jules Locklear saying, it's taking a toll on all of us. I just want Ganon home, and I just want all the people in Colorado to shut the fuck up about my blood sister. It's really starting to get the best of me. Real talk. Well, she'd change her mind soon enough. Letecia, my husband said Tuesday. Lena has to be back in school. Aw. Every time I see them searching, I feel like they're on a fool's errand. And then I read that law enforcement said that there are several POIs. But according to them, POI just means they may have information. What's POI? Person of interest? Letecia says. Yes. Now everyone is losing it over screenshots of you saying you hired Jose Baez on February 20th. Jesus, Tisha. Now, this is what she was doing in the Facebook groups, okay? She was sending everyone on a wild goose chase and doing this to Al. She posted, update. He was seen on several different camera footages that was sent to me. And there was black sports car very close on one. She was telling people Ganon was seen on video after she killed him. Because if there was, now granted, there was a bunch of people calling saying, hey, I saw a group of kids here. Hey, I saw a kid who looks like Ganon walking on this. And Letecia would use that as verified information. Like it was Ganon. Because if she can account for Ganon being seen on footage after Monday, it would clear her. Now, this is Landon, and it's so sweet. Oh my goodness. This is an old post, though, from August 12th, 2016. And Landon wrote, "So I asked my little man this morning about Jesus and what he knows, and he tells me the story about how Jesus died, and because of that, we can live. I asked him, but how does he believe? And he says, you just do. So I proceed to ask him, but why do you just know? He then says, I believe in him, Mommy, because he believes in me." Oh. So Ganon would have been around 7, 8. It's heartbreaking. Now this are the text messages between Landon and Leticia. Landon asks, leaving here with my brother at 3:30 from Myrtle. Can we stay there? She's asking, can I please stay at your house while we're looking for my son? Leticia says, just ask Albert so he isn't upset with me about making decisions without asking, but someone can get you from the airport. Harley or I can. Sorry, I can't type. I'm heading out with the neighbor searchers. You guys, Leticia never searched with the neighbors. Harley did. Lena did. Leticia never did. Landon says, find my baby. Please. Find my babe. Then January 28th, 8:23 a.m. Which, if you know what was happening right at that time, oof. Can you send me the pics of him at the store or anything you have? This is somebody, and a lot of people don't remember this if you haven't followed from the beginning. Someone, January 28th, 6:11 a.m. Have y'all found Ganon? Leticia says no. The person says, wow, did he not go to school with Lena? Leticia says, this happened after 3:30. We talked to him then and told him to be home by 6. No. She says we talked as if her and Al. No. Al wasn't even there. But she does that to make it seem like it wasn't just her. The person says someone posted he wasn't at school either. Leticia says he had to go to the doctor for his stomach. If you don't know, this was one of the first narratives Leticia put out. That Ganon had a doctor's appointment on Monday. He never had a doctor's appointment. The person says, where did he say he was at? Leticia says, but he was here in the afternoon. Honestly, I don't keep up with friends. Albert lets them walk around the neighborhood. See, Albert. I wish I was there to help. I'm so sorry. So if you didn't follow from the very beginning, Leticia at first was saying Ganon stayed out and he had a doctor's appointment. I never did that with Harley, so I don't have any of their numbers. Albert had them. You see what she's doing there? Pushing off responsibility onto Albert. Albert lets the kids walk around. I never did that with Harley. Letecia, update. Cops came, 6 of them. Searched the house because they said sometimes kids are good at hiding. Got all the information and I'm sorting through all yours right now. My chest hurts so bad. I haven't eaten since 9 a.m. I feel like I'm having a panic attack. Thanks for all of you guys who are going and keeping us in your prayers. So even back then, the same way with the kites, I haven't eaten anything. This post managed to be about Letecia. My chest hurts so bad. I haven't eaten. I feel like I'm having a panic attack. What about Ganon? She is meat feet. She's a special kind of evil. Someone is tagging the EPC Sheriff's Office and the news, saying, is this true? Stepmom is claiming y'all paid the neighbor $5,000 to only release half the video. And it shows that comment I read earlier on. You are an idiot. They have footage of the other side of the vehicle. Believe what you want because of a neighbor who was paid to release one half. And we heard Letecia say that to Al on those pretext calls so many times, that the neighbor was paid to only release half. The neighbor was paid to only release half. Brandon Thompson from the news network replied, no, we did not pay anyone for video in this story. So she just kept getting debunked. I'm telling you, this was a crazy case to watch unfold in real time because Letecia was all over social media. Okay, I'm not sure what this is, but the person says, when did Ganon text his friend Jimmy? Was that true? Did they find a text? The person says, no, he texted his dad to go play with Jimmy, but stepmom was home when he texted his dad. He was not at school Monday. He did not go to Jimmy's house. Dad didn't even know who Jimmy was. He said it's his friend from school, but Jimmy never heard from him. I don't know, girl. Blank is my friend in contact. She thinks the stepmom is involved and met her. She says it doesn't make sense and she is acting strange. Says she gets hysterical at times and no one can talk to her. She thinks she is hiding something. Detectives had leads last night, so I'm assuming they are looking into the family. Yesterday afternoon, they were trying to find out if anyone at all has seen him since Friday, and no one has seen him physically, just via text. They were looking for POIs. Not good. Crime unit is involved and are telling the community to back off so to not jeopardize the case. So that is clearly when the transition happened, when they realized, oh no, we got to look inward. Ganon never left. Letecia, I wanted to give everyone an update. I'm sorry if I haven't been able to write you back. We don't have any new updates today. We do know that he was at a store last night in Colorado, but the camera did not pick up the car. That was a lie, guys. They thought somebody called in a tip and thought it may have been him, but she went out as if this was him. Never, oh, it's a lead, it's a tip, might be him. She knew it wasn't him, number one, but it was never verified. Albert left his training and just landed. From point A to B was not possible by foot according to the time of camera A and B. Therefore, he had to be in a car. Or it wasn't him. We don't know with who or why because he wasn't old enough to have friends with a car that anyone was aware of. The National Guard has activated public affairs officers and are working with the county police. They will upgrade it to a missing child today. You see how Oh, good night, Michelle. You see how nasty she is? She was taunting. Hey. She was taunting Al. She was taunting Landon. She was taunting them. Michelle Hyatt. She was Landon's best friend. There you go. Know some facts. Everything out of stepmom's mouth is a lie. Landon is my sister-in-law and would do anything for those kids if you only knew the story. Letecia, the stepmom, was Landon's best friend? Yes, and had an affair with her husband, Albert. Landon still loved Tisha even after doing her dirty. So this was Landon's husband's sister at the time. So Landon's sister-in-law, Michelle Hyatt. Evil. Yeah, Mifa's like, I heard of Stanley. Yes, ma'am. Make sure you hit the thumbs up if you never want to have gray legs like Letecia. So this person, right? This isn't the latest update. They found blood in your damn sister's home. She's a murderer. Stop trying to cover up and start telling the truth so this baby can finally rest in peace. Yo, shit was popping off back then, okay? Yep, Elena, she did. So here's Tisha, and this is where Tisha, she went wrong many times. Tisha started posting the last known photos we have of Ganon. Tisha posted the candle incident video of Ganon crying. Tisha posted the candle burns. Tisha posted Ganon in the bed that she took 8 a.m. that Monday. She posted this thinking it would help her. So you see, she posted and she said, took this yesterday. And it's them on their hike. She buried herself. Yep, Crime Crochet. Yep, she buried herself. This person's asking why Letecia wasn't combing the fields that Monday with the rest of the volunteers. Why weren't you searching for Ganon? Katrina says, did you know this was the only time she took a selfie with Ganon? Now also, let it sink in, it was the day before that she was emailing Al. Those emails I read, it was the day before that photo, the day before this post. Letecia says, thank you. I have and have been in a different capacity looking through lineups. Get the facts. Letecia, update. El Paso County is going to make a public announcement. My husband's unit, Public Affairs, will be working with them as well. We do not have anything other than he was in the store in a fountain and there was no camera view of the car. We are 99% sure he was on Academy last night, according to some pictures. He did not go to school today, nor have we heard from him. Thank you, everyone. She killed him hours before this. Hours before this. He was in a suitcase as she's typing this. They were not 99% sure at all, and it wasn't him. So this is where one of the many times Letecia slips up. Remember how I told you she was posting from Harley's account? She had slips. So this is where people were posting, "Hi, Tisha, I miss you, girl. Been a minute since the Faith days." And from Harley's account, Harley says, "Yes, missed you guys too. Hope you are doing well." Wait a second. Oh, awesome, Linda. I'm glad that you're enjoying them. This is like a rewind back to the beginning, everything that was happening from the murder up until her arrest. So, Harley, are you Letecia? Why are you responding as Letecia? But then the person says, "The kiddos are doing great. I see yours has grown into such a beautiful young lady. She was so little the last time I saw her. My, how time has flown. Are you even in the area anymore? I keep seeing you all over the place, LOL." Harley writes, "I am there sometimes, but my husband is stationed in Colorado. But I do travel a lot. Glad everyone is doing well." I'm sorry. Does Harley have a husband stationed in Colorado back then? Damn. No. Letecia was posting under Harley's account. Letecia was dragging her child into this mess, and she forgot she was on Harley's account, not her own. Busted!
Okay, what the
Tisha! Yep, we got some Tisha logic up in here. My goodness. Tell me you're a liar without telling me you're a liar. I love you, Kimmy. My goodness. Stupid is as stupid does. Me too, Pessa. I'd like to have like a genuine understanding. Poor Landon was being slandered all over Facebook by Letecia to the point where she had to speak out. Landon said, "I never lost my kids. However, being in the hospital for 7 months, my kids could not stay there. So yes, they moved with them for a year and a half, and the rest of their lives, they were with me. I do not have a rap sheet. We were staying with my mother after the hospital with Nova, which is Ganon's youngest sister. Jealous of how the kids were when they were with us? Not an addict. She fought for my kids for 5 years, and she could not handle it because now my son is gone." This is emails between Al and Letecia. Oh, you're welcome, Stephanie. I had gone over this months ago, but not everyone was here for it. So I'm glad that the people who didn't get to see it are getting to see it again. Congratulations, G-Wiz. I'm so happy that you got a membership. I know. I'm telling you, Elena, it's a different type of brain. Her brain needs to be studied. So this is from Al to Letecia. Claus. This is Al from Al to Letecia, February 10th. Okay. I can see from your emails that we are on the same side. We all just want Ganon home. That's my main focus. But this is so hard without having you to talk to and snuggle with at night after these long days. I am working on the media Q&A. Don't know if it will happen yet. I hate the media. Now, chicken shit. You guys are so supportive. I love all of you guys and appreciate you so much. This is around the time of the pretext calls. Remember, we even heard the pretext call of Happy Valentine's Day. This was in the beginning, and he had to give to get information from her. So don't be mistaken. Don't think he was being serious. He had to put on the performance to get information from her. Hey, Thistle. From Al to Letecia, February 14th, Valentine's Day. Tisha, I want to give you whatever I can to solve this dilemma. You know I always have given you everything you wanted that I was able. Uncle Jeff is leaving for his flight like 11ish. So can we talk then? Please? And when he spoke, it was all recorded with the FBI listening in, okay? Hi, just me. Good night. Mwah. Kimmy, you guys are so sweet. Al to Tisha, February 30th. Tisha, you don't understand. On top of Ganon being missing and having no information, I cannot even see or find my family either. Every move I make, I feel like someone is looking over my shoulder, and you know I hate that. I just want to be home with my family. I asked the media lady to think about letting me do a Q&A so I can say some words that only me and you would know or understand. Please be listening for that so you'll know my heart. This person, so T. Stauch claims she's pregnant and that Al hates the media. Why? They've been nothing but amazing and helpful to him. I bet she forged these before she uploaded them to Facebook. Hashtag Ganon Stauch, hashtag arrest T. I can't believe Al would say any of this. So Letecia posted these, but where I'm struggling is if you remember when I showed you Al and Leticia's text messages and Leticia's like, you bought a condo in the hood? Remember? This last one was February 30th. February 30th. Wait a second. Is that too many days for that month? Isn't there only 28 days in February? Wait a second. Am I crazy, guys? There's only 28 days in February, right? That says February 30th because he wasn't answering. 29 on a leap year, but 30 is not possible, right? 30, that would be a leap year. I see a 3. It's bigger on my end because this is February 10th. See? February 10th. That's not a, and that's, looks like 9:47 a.m. This is 3:51 p.m. February 10th, February 14th, February 30th. It would be Tisha who made a mistake like that, okay? Maybe you guys can't see because it's bigger for me. It's doot, doot. February 10th is here with 1. That's not a 1. But I was going to say, because Al wasn't answering her to the days leading up to her being arrested. We have those text messages. I could go through all of those again too if you want me to go through them. So maybe the first 2 were legit in this. I don't know. I can't zoom in any more than I am. Here, I could do this. I know it's blurry, but hold on. Okay. One second. It's going to be blurry as snap because I'm zooming in. This is February 10th. That's the first one. You could see February 10th. There's the one. Now, look at that one. I know it's so blurry, but can you see it's not a straight line? Well, it doesn't appear like it's a straight line. Do you see the difference? Oh, cool, Jelly Belly. I love random fact. What do you guys think? February 10th there. I see loop, but okay. I trust you guys. Either way, he wasn't. This is what Letecia posted. Either way. So Letecia put out these emails to prove Al was on her side. Oh my God. All of that work. And if I just skipped and hit next, we would have had a much clearer shot. Oh, damn. Oh my God. So hold on. It was a 10. Very good, everybody else. I was wrong. Very good. It was 10. Well, it looked blurry as fudge to me. Huh. I don't know. All right. Well, kudos everyone else. But I took so much time. Oh my goodness. Well, you know what? At least we got the answer. Hi, Mandy. Thank Clicker. In your defense, it was very blurry. I listen, it's clearly a 10 in these, but I swear it looked like a 3. And you never know with Tisha. Well, that would have been a much easier if I just went to the right. You guys do win. I appreciate it. Okay. This is... Oof. I think this is about the abuse. Yeah, that's to be fair. There was a few of us who saw a 3, so I'm not the only crazy one. So this says it's a text message. It's a group text with Letecia, Landon, and Al. Do you remember how I told you Lena claimed Letecia stuffed her face into the carpet? And Landon directly confronted her, and Al made Landon apologize. Here's the texts. They're here. I want to address the issue of Lena's alleged comments. This is Al. First of all, Tisha is owed an apology for the heinous accusations made against her. If for 1 minute I thought my children were in harm's way in any way, shape, or form, I would immediately handle the situation. Both her track record with them and Ganon's confirmation of the same is proof of that. So I expect her to receive a full and true apology. Elena gifted another 5 members. Elena, thank you. Congratulations. Make sure you thank Elena if you just got busted out. Thank you so much. But I told you guys, hi Yankee Kyle, I told you guys that there's multiple documentation of alleged abuse happening. And when Landon went and confronted Letecia about what Lena said, this is what Al said back. Yay. Thank you, thank you. And there's a long, this is from Landon. I think there's a clear one, so I'll wait to, yep, there it is. I get sensitive with reading Landon stuff because I feel really bad. So this is Letecia saying Ganon left right after school, 3:15 to 4. People were saying, I'm checking, I'm looking, the neighborhood was looking to help. Was Ganon home and then went back out after school? Just for some clarification. Letecia said he was home and every day they have to ride laps or play outside after school and can stay out until 6. It's very interesting seeing the evolution. I'm not sure what the date is from these screenshots, but I know that they reference it. Either the case files or the Landon interview, and so I'm sure I could get that date for you. Walk away, Renee. I'm just going to have to go back and get it. So people are asking about this alleged camera that picked up Ganon. And Letecia says, oh, no, I specifically didn't read that. I know that you guys couldn't read it. It was blurry, but I was skimming it. That's why I was silent. But if it's not really relevant, I don't like to get into accusations about Landon because she's been through enough. And I don't like to repeat slander about her. So I quickly was reading it. I didn't expect you guys to be able to read it, but I was quickly reading it to see if there was anything really relevant for me to read. Other than that, I just don't want to read nasty things about her. So I skipped past it. So this is Letecia saying the only thing Ganon didn't have on was a jacket in that video, but he could have left it somewhere. So people are like, are you sure that was Ganon? Does he even walk like that? She's claiming this footage that captured a young boy that they thought maybe could be Ganon. Again, here is Letecia. Oh, yeah, that's what he was wearing. That was exactly what he was wearing. Everything but the jacket. She was so desperate to have all these people believe he was caught elsewhere walking. So people are asking, what was he wearing? Letecia said blue jacket. He had his bike at one point, but switched with his sister. So he would be on foot now, unless he got in the car with someone. No book bag on, blue jeans and tennis shoes. Jacket had a hood. Sometimes he wore it and sometimes he didn't. 4'10", about 90 pounds. That was not a true and accurate description of Ganon's outfit. Okay? Thank you guys for understanding. I know you guys would understand. This is her telling everyone that he was seen on multiple different footages. This is Leticia's post. And this is the text between Al and Letecia. He said something about a friend. Bath salts are dangerous. He asked me yesterday, were they the same as salts? I told Harley, and she was like, Mom, the bad ones. And I just told him no bath bombs weren't the same. I'll ask him why he asked you. So this is about the bath salts conversation. Al said, and the kids need to stay off TikTok, which is such a dad thing, but TikTok. Okay, is that bad? And he said, don't worry about it. He was just asking to see what they were. He never asked about bath salts. He is talking about a friend that brother has a car and doing a sleepover. Same kid that asked about bath salts. Absolutely not. I haven't let him ever do a sleepover, and he will not sleep over. We don't even have bath salts. Is it like the ones for the tub? Yes, research it. It's bad. It's kind of like meth. I think when they use them for drugs, it's deadly. And then here is a picture. This? Bath salts? I think he came in my room asking me about it last night, and I gave him a bath bomb. He took 2 baths. I just thought he was dirty from pants. It's fine for baths. That's where Ganon had an accident on the hike. So, oof. Oh, Lil Red, Letecia posted them. That's what I'm saying. Everything I'm going through is a compilation of what's been grabbed back before Letecia was arrested. She was posting everything in these Facebook groups. So you could see here, see T's post. These are screenshots she posted. She posted everything, thinking it was going to help her case. This is what this person wrote about Letecia. And I told you guys I think she was under the influence. I think we know she was not sleeping. But this is what this person even posted back then. She is literally on 24/7. And she reads my messages instantly, always, and replies until yesterday. Letecia never slept. She was going. Even these random people were able to see that she was always on social media. She was grasping at anything. I can tell you all this. For the first time, her Facebook Messenger is silent with no activity for over 14 hours. I wish we could see the date of that. We had several chats before I was even in here, and she opened up to me about what was going on. I joined this group and then began to really see what she was about and pay attention to the case. Did you get any truth out of her? She has family that are from where I am and relatives that I know, a very loose connection, but was enough for her to tell me things. And she told me she was going to be very rich. Her words were like Hollywood rich when this was all said and done. And if you can't believe that Letecia said that, then you don't know Letecia. Letecia told me that Albert knows better and wants nothing more than his family to be together, because people were seeing Albert and Letecia were breaking up and they were not on the same page. Sounds just like her. The sad part is she very may well be Hollywood rich when this is all over if they don't nail her on this. Maybe that's why he's so quiet. He is working. They talk every day to each other, several times a day. But it was being recorded. Geez, that's awful. Sounds like she aspires to be Casey Anthony. Have you left any new messages? Her message from me is still not even seen. And she definitely doesn't go to bed at 8 p.m. and sleep in. She is usually on 24/7. So, and it was true. She was. Letecia Messenger. Somebody messaged, tell the truth and give Ganon the respect he deserves. Why can't you let him rest in peace? Letecia responds, I hope that you can find it in your heart to just have faith and believe in my innocence. I know it's hard, but throw the first stone, crucify me, tie me down and beat me yourself if it comes out that I am guilty. Deal. So I'm sure you are a good person and maybe even have kids, and I know you probably have anger. I understand. But give me a chance, and I swear to you, in the end, you will see I didn't hurt Ganon. Thank you. And you could tell that that was their first message exchange, because once Letecia responded, it says you can now call and talk to each other. Well, spoiler alert, she was guilty. And she did hurt Ganon. Someone wrote, you're disgusting. Trashing a mother who's missing her child because of her past? Like you don't have your own lengthy track record? Everyone has their skeletons. If you want to come on here talking about all this stuff, let's get to the truth about why you left with Ganon and didn't return. So again, Letecia was trashing Landon on social media. Letecia says, mine doesn't involve giving up my kid. Oh my God. So she's actively trashing the mother of the baby she just killed. And everyone's like, everyone has their record. You have your own record. And Letecia says, mine doesn't involve giving up my kid. Shannon says, no, yours has to do with assault charges and the cause of one disappearing. Letecia says, robbing people, doing drugs. She's talking about Landon. Robbing people, doing drugs, giving up your kid. That's Landon. This person says, why are you so concerned about everyone else's accusations if you aren't guilty of something? Shouldn't you be worried about Ganon and where he is? If it were my child or stepchild, I'd be right there giving them the middle finger to everyone, and I'd be out doing everything I could from the start, including going to the vigils. Instead, you're on here bashing Landon and making sure you talk so highly and solely about yourself. This person says, you were the last to be seen with this poor child, and you were supposed to protect him, but you want to trash his birth mother no matter her past? You are the one that failed him, not her. You failed at protecting him and not being there like you claimed. That's all you have done, but yet where is he? Letecia says, actually, your facts are wrong. Because now she's coming up with the story that she fought for Ganon and she was attacked by Eduardo or Edgar or who knows. So you're watching as her brain is developing new stories. It's very fascinating. Her past, LOL? Whatever, it was her present. Give me a break. She knows where he is. So this bitch, if you didn't know this, Letecia was actively saying on social media, and this was a huge case at that point, that Landon knows where Ganon is. So I'm saying she not only killed this baby, she tortured Alan Landon. What she did makes her so much more evil than just the crime she committed. It was everything after that she did. This is Leticia's messenger with somebody. And she said, so basically I have two choices. Admit to something I didn't do in an accident form to get lesser time, or still get charged and convicted of something I didn't do because I could never have a trial in Colorado. So that's it, right? If you were innocent, then of course I would never admit to doing something that you didn't do. They have to have proof to charge you. But I think they're trying to build a case against you. Proof that I drove to Petco, or half evidence that they only have one side of a truck. What evidence, though, since you have experience? I'm not sure what all they have right now. Everything in those groups is speculation, and some of it is crazy. That he was having a few days of silly accidents, they can't blame me of him starting a fire and having blood. And they said the candle, and they saw the candle. How much blood did they find in the garage? And the fire people investigated. Something that would be explained away by a small cut? Yes, in the garage. What was it? Just a small amount? Plus, Albert cut his finger off in the garage. They can tell whose blood it is. So again, Tisha, you're trying to account for blood, yet they know whose blood it is. They know whose blood it is. We turned the wood over. With DNA, they would be able to tell if it was Albert's. Yes, and Ganon's was on the wood from a small injury. I mean, everyone has blood in their house with kids present. They may have cleaned up or got cut. Yes, that's true. Of course, everybody has a little bit of blood that even if you cleaned it up, it might illuminate from, Blue Star. That amount of blood that was in Ganon's room, they determined a child of that size and weight would not be able to survive with that amount of blood loss. And not to mention, they let them live in a supposed crime scene for 7 days. Is the house off limits now? Yeah, now. Not the first 10 days, which I wasn't even there. They're definitely building a case against one of you guys. Do they still have your vehicles? But you keep saying that. Building a case. Like, what evidence is there? Oh, how do you expect this random person to know? What evidence is there that I hurt anyone? Because I didn't. Well, if they can't find Ganon, then it's going to be circumstantial. Where do you think he could be? I don't know. And I do have the Baez law firm. but they are just pre-investigation right now. So people there would need to contact, you know? And I'm doing a polygraph today. I know it can't be used, but to prove to them. Well, spoiler alert, she tried to do fakepolygraph.com, and even the fake polygraph.com was like, nah, we're not getting involved in that. A polygraph is a good idea. Who is doing it? Someone you choose or someone the police chose? Oh, I'm doing it at fakepolygraph.com. Come on, Tisha. I wasn't talking to anyone that was all these, but just jumps with fake accounts. I don't even know what that means. I wasn't talking to anyone that was all these, but jumps with fake accounts and cloning profiles. No, the police didn't ask. I told Albert to pick someone and call them. So I'm here now, waiting for them to call me back. Well, I think that's a good idea. And even if the police aren't going to use it, at least Albert will be able to see. At least Albert will be back on your side. Mel, I didn't do this. And this isn't me, Mel, I swear. Mel, I didn't do this. I'm sure you have heard that before. Then they will not be able to prove that you did. Kay. Oh, the passive-aggressive Kay. She wasn't happy with that answer. She wants people to just take her word for it. I didn't do this. Well, if you didn't do this, then they won't be able to prove you did. But that wasn't satisfactory towards Letecia because she knows that they can. Okay. Stay strong and be truthful about everything, or the lie detector will pick it up. If you pass, I would be having it sent to law enforcement. If you don't, I wouldn't mention that you even took it. Okay. Will it just say pass or fail? They just said I should have the results within 24 hours. Is that normal? Like on TV, they start telling people. Or is that just TV? You're the only person the results are going to, right? Yes. They asked me. Yeah, I don't trust anyone having it, but would meet someone to verify the source. Send it to the police. Hold on. I think they're a little bit out of order. Yeah, to let them keep going on these groups, it only helps because it hurts a potential trial. So again, if you were innocent, would you be thinking ahead of potential trials before they even found Ganon? The public opinion means nothing. I think if they really suspected you, they would be grilling you and questioning, trying to make you confess. Yeah, and at this point, he don't want to go bouncing around who he is. That will bring attention like crazy. I agree. Keep everything quiet. And he technically is pretty pre-investigative. She's talking about Jose Baez. So then it was, yeah, I don't trust anyone having it, but would meet with someone to verify the source. Send it to the police. No way. Lawyer? Even though it's not admissible, attorneys can still use it in a closing argument and then pretend to tell the jury to forget it. Yeah, attorney said no way to give it to them. I begged them for one 2 weeks ago. The lie detector determined that was a lie. Do you guys recall ever seeing Letecia begging police for a polygraph? I really hope that this is not going to go to a trial. Well, that's on them. They lost that window of opportunity. I'll work with them when they stop harassing me and agree to look at another person. But until then, they have been horrible to me. So here we go again with Letecia logic. Police, FBI, if you agree to stop looking at me, I will help you. And when I mean help you, I'm referring to I will give you bullshit stories that don't you dare question me about. Just take my word, go on a wild goose chase that leads to nothing while dismissing all the evidence that points towards me. Yeah, because they could have lost precious time looking in the wrong direction. Yes, and at this point, I can't help but be defensive. There's so many rumors out there. I don't even know anything that is true. Same. I don't know what happened. I really don't. But I did hear police say not to listen to social media, so they must be aware of all the rumors. Yes, they are, but you know the police world. If the test goes in your favor, turn it over to law enforcement so they can turn their focus elsewhere. February 18th, 2020. I have finished it. Don't you guys forget, if you need me to pull up the recording of what really happened, fakepolygraph.com said, yo, no way. We don't have any hand in this, okay? We can't even do your fake polygraph. But Tisha's over here saying, I have finished it. When will you get the results? Waiting here now to find out. Not the results, but when. Is somebody with you? No, it was in a private room with someone who was certified. Is that bad? No, I just meant, is there someone there for moral support? Tisha was told, we can't even give you a fake polygraph. The questions you are asking are based around murder. We can't do this. And Tisha's over here saying, I just finished. I was in a private room with someone who was certified. That is bad. That is like the extent that she lies is insane. Yes, Elena. I don't always tell the truth, but when I do, I don't. Again, I've just never seen this level of lying. Oh, okay. I was like, oh my God, they said no one. If you pass, I would be having it sent to law enforcement. If you don't, I wouldn't even mention that you took it. Okay. Will it just say pass or fail? They just said I should have the results within 24 hours. Is that normal? Like on TV, they start telling people, or is that TV? You're the only person the results are going to, right? Yes, they asked me if I wanted to sign a release form to anyone, but then said I could always do that later. Definitely do it later. Yeah, I did. No, she didn't. Okay. I'm surprised law enforcement hasn't asked you to take one. They will usually do that to rule somebody out if they have suspicion in the beginning. I asked, but they kept saying they can't use it. Only some states can't use it in court, but they do use it to rule people out. Oh, okay. Maybe that's what they meant. Did you get the results yet? February 18th, 2020. Yeah. Thumbs up. Do you guys want to take a guess at what Letecia says the results are? Take your guesses in the chat. Do you think Leticia's going to own up and say, just kidding, I never took a polygraph? Do you think Leticia's going to say, I'm guilty, it said I was lying like a motherfucker? Or 3, do you think Leticia's going to say she passed? What do you think Tisha's going to say? Let's find out. Awesome. Thank God. What did Albert say? I only told him. Hopefully this will make him believe you. I'm not showing anyone but in person. It's already all over the group. So Tisha can't even keep her mouth shut about a fake test, and she posted it. She just gets done saying, I'm not showing a soul. And then the person's like, I found out because you posted this in the group. Oh, Tisha. Tisha. Oh my goodness.
What? What the fuck?
So it's already all over the group. I read about it a half hour ago. So I also want you to keep in mind the date, because she just told him she has to wait 24 hours to get the results. It's the same day. And then all of a sudden he's like, whoa, yo. Did you get the results? And she's like, yup. Do not be mistaken. It's the same day. So she couldn't even help herself and wait the amount of time she claimed she had to wait. And she immediately went to the groups and said, I'm free. I got the all clear on my polygraph. As if her friend wasn't going to see it. They're friends from the damn Facebook group. Oh my. Honestly, Mel, if I came off insensitive, I went into defense mode. I've had to defend these kids for years from harm, and I thought it was someone we knew. I heard Biomom had some issues. Beyond mine and your comprehension. A gal placed them in my custody while Albert was away. Then when we got to COS, they only shared custody for technical reasons, but they lived with us and visited her on holidays. No. I mean, she did have that, but all this other stuff happened before. The high risk only came into play in the end after they were already with us in Alaska. Wow, I'm sorry. How long ago did you guys leave South Carolina? This person says, where is Ganon? What's done in the dark always comes to light. Always. I also don't know if that was the case. I was asking if that was what happened. There's a reason. Letecia says, exactly. You will see. Thanks. Give it a few days. I promise. Believe and pray. Well, I am praying he is okay. Letecia says, but they won't. They are not helping you, protect you, I mean. They are in the areas when they should shut down the borders. They should have released the description. So this is now after Letecia comes out with another. Yeah, it's a guardian ad litem. GLA. Thank you, Lena. Now she's coming out with the new narrative that Ganon was taken, Quincy Brown, they need to shut down the borders. Like an Amber Alert? At the time, I couldn't remember. So Tisha couldn't remember Quincy Brown. Now I can remember. Do you think he ran off and got lost? Or do you actually think someone took him? Does anyone else find this very fascinating? Like, because we know what the narrative was and in the affidavit, but I think it's very fascinating to watch as Letecia changes her story and who she was talking to and how she was saying it. I find it fascinating to be able to see it happen. Someone took him. I know. I've been telling you guys this entire time that he left for a friend's house and never returned. I know. I said he was caught on all that footage. But now I couldn't remember. But someone took him. And they need to shut down the borders. Letecia, do you know why a reward has not been put out? Because they are too busy collecting it for his piece of crap mom who don't need it. If she cared, donate that to finding him. Oh, I'm sorry. Hi, Erica. We're going back to 2020 before Letecia was arrested. And she was all over social media and Facebook groups, and she released a lot of text messages and stuff. So this is a compilation of all those screenshots from back then. So, Letecia, you created a $100,000 GoFundMe. Do you forget that? That was in the case files. The only thing that Landon had raised a little, like I think like $2,000 for, was enough money to keep her in flying like back to Colorado. She had to stay in Colorado, obviously, that her son was missing, and the expenses. Trashing the mother of a missing child, regardless of her past, does nothing to make you look good. It reeks of desperation. Letecia responds, I don't give a fuck. Wake up. She isn't a mother. Open your eyes. She has something to do with it. No one is worried about her mothering skills. Everyone is worried about bringing Ganon home. So again, when you guys kept hearing me say she tortured Landon and Al, this is what Landon had to deal with when her son's gone. All of a sudden, her son's gone. Tisha's giving really conflicting and contradicting stories. And then she's being trashed, and Leticia's accusing her of having involvement. Letecia says, and I'm not desperate for anything because I haven't done anything. Then why the need to continuously defend yourself? Keep your head down and cooperate with the police until Ganon is home. Wow, this is so uncalled for. Not only bashing his birth mom, but also calling out all these neighbors that helped you look for this poor little guy. Letecia says, not the neighbors who helped, the ones who hide behind keyboards, but didn't say anything at the vigil. She's attention seeking. Wow, seriously? Yeah, she isn't a mother. Don't you think this is a bit uncalled for? Seriously. Nope. Wasn't uncalled for to treat me that way. Street goes both ways. Their child is missing, and you want to start online drama for no freaking reason? Grow up. And this is poor Landon having to defend herself. She pokes smut. And she said, I hate that term. And I never not worked and I never lost my kids. Thank you so much. This is Landon. Stayed at her house one night with my brother and my aunt came the next day. We flew out Tuesday. Been set up at a hotel. Not just with Al, just my girl and not with Al, just my girl and family. Ganon has ADHD and takes meds only for school. When his stomach is upset with his normal issues, he does not miss school. I'm not placing blame. Things just do not add up. Those pics were after Albert and before my latest husband. I had the children up until March with shared custody with Albert and T. We switched when I was having issues with having my child. Was in the hospital from March to September. Left after Hurricane Florence. As far as drugs, I smoke. I have had hard times, yes, but never left my children. I had to make that decision. I talk with my kids every night when I can reach them. Also fly and visit. They just left South Carolina on January 5th to come back home. I visited for Halloween for Ganon's B-Day. Yeah, in September, but was spread out enough before the next time I could fly to see them. Tickets are expensive and I work full time, so I fly when I can. I've never lost any rights to my children. We all had custody with residents being here. So heartbreaking. You're welcome, honey. I have a lot of screenshots, so we'll probably have to, if you guys want me to go through all of them, we'll have to probably continue with the next episode because there's a lot. I might be like approaching the halfway point. I was in the hospital while having my youngest. I am extremely high risk and was hospitalized from March to December. During that time, it was best for Lena and Ganon to go with their dad. We switched times. We have shared custody with dad being primary resident. They're like, you don't have to explain yourself. Landon's like, it's a nightmare and I need my baby. And I hope and I pray. Now, this, I believe this one is Letecia also made fake accounts. And if you don't remember, I went through that in the case files. She created fake accounts and she would drop information. I believe this is one of the fake ones. And so it comes in Peyton Marie. They definitely had info, lots of it, and told her she was covering for her pimp and so many other illegal searches. Like a pimp? What the fuck? Not to mention, it's bad enough for everyone to live this nightmare, but then for someone to get ransom texts but no reward is offered. The recent Snapchat of Ganon, still no reward, and keep telling the family they don't know where the body is. Truth is, Ganon is out there and they are searching in the snow. He is with someone, not in the snow. They dropped the ball on so many levels. So Tisha couldn't come in to these groups over and over with her same account. So she started creating fake accounts. I don't remember. I know that there was all the ones in the case files. I can't remember if Peyton was the actual fake account or one, because there was a support Tisha Facebook group. Don't be mistaken. There was a support T Stauch Facebook group. I don't know if you guys remember this when I went through the case files. And she would ask people to post certain information, like Al was not Ganon's biological father. I don't know if you guys remember this. And so she was posting from Harley's account. She was posting from fake accounts. But then there were a group of people who believed she was innocent that would post things like this. So I don't know if this was her or one of the people that believed her. I'm not sure specifically about this one. What recent snap of Ganon? Do you see a mistake that was made here? Look, do you see a mistake that was made? Peyton posted the recent snap of Ganon, and then Peyton said, what recent snap of Ganon? Did you forget to switch accounts? Peyton posted about the Snapchat. Then Peyton asked, what Snapchat? Did you forget to switch accounts? Peyton says, I agree, and he will regret this. It will be his worst mistake ever. Someone says, Peyton, I sent you a private message. Are they going to DNA test every piece of plywood they find on the side of the road? LOL. Peyton says, seriously. It's like, even if it was, so what? People have been in and out of the home for weeks. Maybe they did it. Sounds like a witch hunt. Anyone could have grabbed anything out of the home. Does it sound familiar, guys? I'm pretty sure it was Tisha who was blowing a fit about it not being a crime scene and people being allowed in that home. And we heard on the pretext calls how many times that it could have been anybody who was in that home. meaning Al, he is under stress, of course, but when you have a sheriff's office who refuses to do anything but dig in the snow and search ponds, you get manipulated. Not making excuses for him, but damn, find the real target. Again, pushing the attention away from Letecia. Someone says, oh, this whole thing is crazy. Like they could instantly match a sock to the case. Whack. Peyton, stress or not, I'm sorry, but if I was T, there would be no coming back from this as far as marriage goes. I'd leave his ass. He has not defended her publicly at all. From the first interview, he has been a shitty husband in the public eye. I'd pray for Ganon. I don't know where the rest is. Oh, for fuck's sake. Sounds like Al is reaching now. Then he called her and asked, did she hit him in the head with his wood and leave him somewhere else? Like, what the fuck? She has no motive to do any of this. And to leave one sock and the plywood? Get out of here. You guys, how does Peyton know what Al and Letecia spoke about on the pretext calls? Do you remember when Al asked Letecia, did you hit him? How would Peyton be privy? Exactly, Lil Red. How would Peyton be privy to what Al said to Letecia on these calls? Agreed, Janessa. Are they done searching? Sounds like they didn't find much. What time is it in Colorado right now? Peyton says 5:13. Peyton. So Al calls T and asks her about a sock and piece of wood found beside the road on the search. Sure, big guy, try again. Maybe you put the sock there since you have been in and out of the crime scene. Or maybe you are lying because cops tell people what they find, right? Wait, this is El Paso and they violate constitutional rights. So I'll give you that. How about you tell them how you chopped your finger off in the garage and that Ganon got hurt one time while you were teaching him to use a box cutter? He sucks just like he did at softball. Cleaned blood in the garage was from you and your hobbies. Hashtag Ganon strong. I hope this is eye-opening for anybody who hasn't seen these, okay? Shit was crazy back then. How does Peyton know all of this information? So let me go ahead and clear this up. Letecia was questioned illegally, but still for 11 hours and then slept for 5. So you can ask the police, Al, or anyone at the home, you know, the one that was a crime scene with people living in it, where the, and it's cut off, but tell me that's not Tisha. Part of the P group. Oh, yeah, Erica. Well, and that's why I love going through these, because this was a very prominent social media case prior to her being arrested. And so she told on herself. Like, even if you put aside the evidence, her actions, she dug her hole. And her behavior was so abnormal. And she couldn't even put on the performance of being concerned. And she was caught trying to solicit people to drop things in these Facebook groups. When I went through the case files, it details how many Facebook admins came forward, how many people saying that Letecia messaged them, asking them to post certain information, all these recorded calls with them. She was willing to talk to anybody because she was on the, like, on the run, not, kind of like just mentally on the run. Nobody standing by her. She had nobody. She has not slept. She's in a crazy mental state, and she just needed anybody to listen. How do you know all this stuff? Amy asks. Because I am filtering and recording everything for T and her family. Really? You are filtering and recording everything for T and her family? But how would you know about things that happened prior to the case? Did Al say what size of sock? Nope. Sorry you're in the middle of this. God bless your soul. I bet you are a wreck. See, this is the Support T Stauch group. Support T Stauch group. And this is the same group that Letecia was caught with her fake accounts in. Okay? It was the Support T Stauch group. That's okay. If people decide to continue to tearing Letecia down, statistics speak for themselves. Guilty people by now either move on or engage in erratic behaviors, including splurging or men, or sadly commit schmooshmide. I think she is definitely one of the strongest people that I know to keep taking these punches. But I would too, to show my innocence. Tell me that's not Letecia. Tell me that's not Tecia. This is Letecia's old page. I don't know if this is MySpace. This was one of her old pages, okay? Hello, everyone. My name is Letecia Hardin, and I am a resident of Pembroke, North Carolina. I am a senior political science major and currently work at the UNCP Computing Center as a Brave Tech. I enjoy playing softball, hanging out with my friends, and just living life to its fullest. I plan to teach law in the future. And also volunteer to help local kids with their education and family problems.
What the?
Okay, Tecia. Yeah, right. Erratic behaviors, Kathy. My mother's name is Deborah, and she is the best mom in the whole world. Wait a second. Did we just not listen to a call tonight on this episode of Letecia telling Harley that not everybody has good mothers? I don't have a mother who supports me. She has encouraged me to pursue my dreams and never give up. I have a brother named Dakota and a sister named Julie. My boyfriend is Chance, Harley's dad. And we have a beautiful 3-year-old daughter named Harley. My overall plans is to get the job of my dreams, live wealthy, and have our savior in my life. My hobbies include softball, riding ATVs, swimming, and shopping. This is the controversial Mother's Day letter from Ganon. Did he write it? Did he not write it? There's a lot of mixed feelings on it. I think Al did say he did write it, if I'm not mistaken. To Tecia from G-Man. Happy Mother's Day. I love you, Tecia, so much. You are the best stepmom ever. I'm so happy that Daddy met you. What can I do without you? Tell Daddy I love him so much. Love you. It's heartbreaking. He was a good boy. He was a good boy. This is verified text messages between Letecia and Landon's husband at the time, Mike Hyatt, from the Monday and Tuesday of Ganon's murder. Letecia says, do what? Really? You think I hurt Ganon? You have lost your mind. And I've never had a domestic violence case. Someone made that crap up. Yes, I cried for Kobe. And you don't know what I did for Ganon or how I cried. And that's not even what happened. I said an accident as in his decision making. You see, unlike you, I actually have told everyone for years, you are the one who done all the work. So like me, you did it all. And for that reason, you should understand the scrutiny. But if you think for a second I would hurt Church, then you are delusional. So think for yourself what you want. I just got one of the best attorneys in the country, well known for big time famous cases, and he is about to shred this apart. And at the end of the day, you will see she is, was, and always will be a piece of shit who didn't give a damn about herself and money. So don't be blind. You will get done the same. I'm not guilty of anything, and it will come out. Don't blame me. The community gave her thousands of dollars to stay there, not Texas. And trust me, Albert has played into it. This is what she was saying to Landon's husband about Landon. Letecia posted, Ganon is loved and is clearly the center of our lives. I want nothing more than for him to come home. Landon and I had a good relationship through taking care of them, and she showed her gratitude for what I did and continue to do. We all want Ganon home. Yes, that says Dr. Stauch. It says Dr. Stauch. So all these jokes that we make, no, it's based on the truth, guys. And she uploaded. Ugh. These are. She tagged Landon. These are Landon's posts, though. These are Landon's photos. Leticia's. Oh, we read this before. The video released from when Ganon had burned the carpet by mistake, everyone was posting how at the end they heard him say he was bleeding. Letecia says, he did bleed. I never hid that. That's where the blood came from. Once again, another fact I told police. What was he bleeding from on the video? Because I know it was mentioned how his foot got wrapped in the garage because he stepped on something in there, but never understood the I'm bleeding part in the video. I didn't know where he was bleeding from in the video. He set a fire on accident. What do you mean? The candle broke from the heat and I jumped on the fire. Sorry, I meant what made him bleed? Was it the busted candle? Then Tisha makes a dumb move. Many dumb moves. Have you guys ever seen the ADT alerts for the movement in the house? Tisha sent it out to a Facebook group for the day of Ganon's murder. This was Thursday, February 20th. She sends, not to police, she sends all the movements from the motion detectors. Sent. So I did all this motion by myself, since it was just me who came back supposedly. That's your alarm things? Yes. So Tisha in the beginning was adamant, Ganon returned home with me. Ganon returned home. It was the one time she was telling the truth. Ganon returned home. Nobody believed her. But then how quickly did Letecia change that story? Because she realized, oh shit, actually, it might work in my benefit if Ganon didn't return home. And that's when the gruesing interview, when she got arrested, the interrogation, she's saying, if you believe Ganon came home, then there's nothing for us to talk about because you're clearly mistaken. She changed it because she realized, oh, wait, maybe I could build a narrative that works. But if you guys want to see, she's showing how much movement there was. This is right when Ganon, let me see if it's backwards or January 27th. Okay. So ready? And honestly, this gives me chills. This gives me chills, guys. And we'll go over this and then we'll stop there and we'll go over all the rest tomorrow. What you're seeing on this screen right now is the murder. Let that sink in. All of this is Letecia and Ganon's exact movements when she murdered him and then went crazy cleaning up. And, you know, I know it just shows movement, so it might, I don't know. To me, it gives me chills. It gives me chills because when you're seeing all of these detections going off, all of this movement, you know what she's doing. So it's so eerie to look at this. And she sent it out. So do you guys want to go through it? So this is when they return back in the truck, okay? This is 10:03, living room motion. They're leaving. 10:07, okay? 2:22 p.m., Monday, January 27th. Living room motion detector, zone 3. There's motion picked up, okay? They just got home. Letecia backs that truck up. You don't see Ganon get out, but we know now Ganon get out. And that 10:12 right here, Ganon he did not look good. We saw him walking out to the truck with his stomach cradled, okay? And so you see living room, basement, living room, basement, and then they go out. Now they come back. And when they come back is when she murders him pretty instantly, okay? Living room motion detector. They walk through the living room. Sorry, so I think it's upside down, so I'm trying to read it in order. Okay. Then zone 4 basement. I think Ganon went right down. That's at, I can't see what time it is, but at 2:25, living room is motion detector 2. So if you don't know what these are, this is an alarm that it picks up what zones have motion in it. So the living room it has its own zone. The basement has its own zone. The kitchen has its own zone, you know, like certain zones. So basement motion, that's Ganon going downstairs. Living room motion 2:25, it's Letecia. Then 2:29, or wait, 2:28. Basement motion. Living room motion. Basement motion. That's Letecia and Ganon both on different levels at the same time. It's picking up movement in both zones simultaneously. Just the motion, Callie, because it's not meant, hey, let me just record the motion. It's a standard alarm. And so why it picks up motion is because if you do alarm away, hey, I'm leaving, I'm locking down my house, let me set my alarm, it needs to detect motion to know if somebody broke in. So it'll just log the motion. Then 2:29, back door set to open. Then zone 3, living room. Almost 10 minutes, basement motion detector. She goes down. Or that's Ganon walking, because there's living room motion at the same time, 2:48. It goes upside down. Hold on. Okay. Then basement. Then back up, living room. Then 2:42, living room. 2:44, basement. 2:45, living room. 2:48, living room. 2:49, basement. 2:51, living room. And I think I have the full one that's not in screenshots and I could find, because when you think about how Ganon was murdered, he was murdered multiple ways. Stabbed, blunt force, and shot. I don't know if she had everything. I don't know if she had everything at once. She may have been running up and down to get things. That baby went through. Lena gets home 20-ish minutes after this and knocks on the door. Ganon was already gone. He was dead. You're looking at his murder happening. January 27, 2:38, basement motion detector. 2:41, 3 minutes later, living room motion detector. 2:42, living room motion detector. 2:44, basement motion detector. 2:45, living room motion detector. 2:48, living room motion detector. 2:49, basement motion detector. 2:51, living room motion detector. what she did. So I did this all this motion by myself, since it was just me who came back, supposedly. Did you show the people in the groups that? I'm not going to post it because I'm not sure if that's private or not, and they still don't know I've ever messaged you. No, I didn't. I gave it to the reporter, who I know. Oh, my goodness. That's fine. I'm not giving it to Facebook. I gave it to the reporter. Who cares if they see it? They aren't the law enforcement, right? Well, I was just saying that because sharing too much information can hinder the case. And with the way they're digging and everything like that for evidence, they'll just get crazier. Good. And when they taint it, it hurts law enforcement. Come after me and maybe start looking up the right tree. Have you spoke to Mike? There were screenshots, but it looked like it was all edited, to be honest. Oof, 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 oof. What does set to no motion mean? There's so many back-to-back of the same doors opening and closing. They're minutes apart, too, of consistent opening and closing the same doors I see. No motion means no movement in that area. It clearly shows that there was more than just me in the house. And that's not what that means. Set to no motion does not mean that. Oh, okay. I misunderstood the things. I was so confused. There are 0 actual cameras in the house that is part of the security system, or you guys didn't get any security cameras on the inside. No inside cameras. Okay. I'm seeing a lot of movement every few minutes or so apart. Yes, because it's just me running up and down the stairs and all around, right? No. It was Ganon coming home and you immediately attacking him and running up and down to get other weapons and then clean. And then Lena came to the door and you opened it and said, you have to go out and ride your bike. And you continued to frantically put him in the suitcase, hide him in the storage room, and clean frantically. And then Harley and Lena got there. And you said, go get me these cleaning items. And you continued to clean all the way up until Al was pushing. And you're like, never came home. And then we see the infamous body camera footage of the cops arriving and walking through the house. And he's reported a runaway. All right, guys. So I'll stop it there. But we could pick up tomorrow. If you guys want to finish, I don't want to make you guys wait too long. So we could pick it up tomorrow and go through the rest of them. Because I have we probably went through half of the screenshots I have. I have another half of them. But I think it's really, really fascinating to go through all of this stuff and to see how her mind was. We know so much about Letecia, but at the same time, it's very interesting to be able to watch it happen. We know what happened, but now to watch it happen and what she was doing and her movements, I don't know, I'm very intrigued by it. But it wasn't just the murder. It wasn't just the crime she committed. It was everything she did after. And I've said that so many times. And maybe if you weren't aware of all this stuff, you didn't really understand what I meant. This is what I'm talking about. What she did was horrendous and heinous. And I've never seen anything like it. So I will schedule the part 2 for this tomorrow, and I'm pretty sure I have the screenshots of all of the zone movements, and I'll find them, and we could start with that tomorrow, and pick up where we last left off. So thank you all so much for being here. Thank you, Elena, for gifting so many memberships. That was so kind of you and generous, and I appreciate it. Thank you, anybody who sent a super chat or gifted memberships. Your support is very much appreciated. I hope you all have an amazing rest of your night, and I will see you tomorrow.